I think it's just incredibly weird that she's saying this shit and doubling down where trans people are being targeted right now by the right. She deserves all the hate she's getting, to be honest.
Base chatter. Yeah, correct.
Does she deserve scrutiny and people being like, what the fuck are you doing? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like, good. I still ultimately think it's incredibly unproductive. It's unproductive for her to double down. It's
we say this when we're talking about people we love. Let's be honest. Like, obviously, no one wants this. No one wants to be like I see. Okay, I'm reading your replies. I see this shit on Twitter. I see people being like, oh, but this isn't mommy and daddy fighting. First off, and they would be more like mommy and baby or something like that. This is content creators and entertainers. That's what we are. We are entertainers on the internet with very different opinions, and on one side of it, the opinion, broadly speaking, that is accepted by the LGBTQ plus community, activists, progressives, leftists, blah, 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 is the one in which, and Anna agrees because she has said the words out loud. This is so painful to be in and be a part of when that's the reality. I know deep down she knows because she said it. Jank too. There's a zero chance I would vote for Trump, but look at how the right wing accepts people who agree with him. 5%. Whereas left wing tries to banish anyone who disagrees. No one is trying to banish you. Everyone is being so nice. I can't get over this. Banish! Banish Jank! Banish Anna! We cast them forth, never to be referred on the left again. The Council of Bread hath decreed. As the guy who gets yelled on and here the most for the dumbest reasons, this is the one thing that usually snaps me out of my aggressive posturing when I'm tripling down on stuff. This is fucking... I'm about to watch some of the Hasan, because I haven't seen his takes on all this. I'm going to assume he's probably on the right side of all these issues, because Hasan usually seems to be a pretty fucking based-ass ally to the LGBTQ plus community, I gotta say. You know, it's we love this. We do. We need big-name people who are also like, hey, by the way, y'all are wrong about the gays. That helps. That helps quite a bit. But David Dole said, only thing left to add to this drama with TYT, I think being under constant bad faith attacks for years can cloud your judgment to what is and what isn't a legitimate criticism. Again, David has been so nice. So nice. This is true. It is true. But again, I have to say that the only thing that makes sense in mathematically to me is that this is being done with intent. Like, it doesn't add up or calculate otherwise. If I, again, had, like, you know, 5 to 10% of the same amount of, like, colleagues, peers, leftist creators, if, like, it just, my thing filled up with, like, Big Joel, Jack Sane, blah, 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 you know, H-Bomber guy, even Hasan shows up, and they're all like, this ain't it, Lance, what are you doing? And then, like, all of a sudden the trans community comes out of nowhere, and it's like, Jesse Genders, like, Lance, why did you do this? And I'm like, and then, like, you know, and Lumi Bruce, like, Lance, what are you doing? I would be like, whoa, shit, and then immediately start, unless I was, like, with design, you know, if I was doing this as a strategy, then I would just sit back and be like, yeah. Look at the world burn. Look at all of it. It's beautiful. Beautiful, the flames. The flames, the righteous flames. They are mad. What is this? Ben Shapiro is retweeting me. Matt Walsh is quote tweeting me. Carrie Lake. I never thought I'd see the day. Carrie Lake agrees with me. Oh my. Such beautiful flames. Such beautiful fires. Look at all of you. Look at you all. That's the only thing that I would do this for. It's the only way this makes sense. Like, yes, if it was a villain arc, absolutely. If it was an anime villain arc, then sure. I would just respond to people in DMs who are like, Lance, this is transphobic. What are you doing? Watching the world burn, and it's beautiful. You cock. Like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Makes a little bit more sense. If I was not doing that, I would crack so fast with this degree of people whom I respect. People whom I respect, again, a whole bunch of people who I respect are popping up and replying to me, especially people who are affected and marginalized in that community. Like, if I did something that the black community overwhelmingly is like, Lance, your heart is in the right place. This ain't it. This ain't it. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Then oh shit, okay. You know? And that's not because like I'm weak. That's not because like I back down because I'm a soft little sponge. No, that's because you're supposed to listen. We're trying to fight for and on the behalf of liberating people who are marginalized. That's what you're supposed to be doing as a leftist. It's not a posturing thing. It's not a woke scolding thing. It's not a I am the better leftist than you see. Haha. Yes, I have +5 leftist powers. You will now have -2. Yes, transphobia. Hit, achieve. Like no, it's that like if you are genuinely in your heart of hearts concerned with helping and liberating people, then do not help narratives that the far right push and that can only serve the benefit of the far right anti-trans movement. They're the only winners in this shit. The only, like, honestly, everyone's like, oh, everyone's doing this for the clout. Everyone's doing this for the drama. The leftists infighting. When will the leftists fucking stop infighting with each other? And then it's like, first off, if you do volunteer work IRL and you hang out with other real leftists, all we do is fucking have disputes and arguments. Do you think the syndicalists and the anarchists get along? Do you think the commies get along with the socialists? Do you, like, a room full of people, each one of them with these different visions for the future and how good the world could be if we just liberated ourselves from the filth of capitalism? Do you think they're in there sucking each other off? Sometimes they are, I'm gonna be honest. But in other times, and a lot of the time, there's disputes, healthy disputes. And it is through healthy disputes and communication. I actually adore debate with progressives and leftists, and doing it on my show. I've done it many times. Me and Ben Burgess have debated this whole cancel culture shit. I actually really enjoyed that debate because it's coming from a place of love. I'm not debating someone whom I hate. I'm not debating an ideology that I despise. We're both trying to get to what are the possible and best ways and prescriptions that can be done to help and better the whole fucking experience. You know, this whole project, this whole leftist shit that now permeates all aspects of culture. Our culture's never been this political before. You should pull chat to see who heard the term birthing person prior to the anarchist parent. It's going to be too biased. Genuinely too biased. Like, I don't know if that would be a fair poll. It's kind of like I can't use my own communities as pulling data for, broadly speaking, what people who don't love me or my show think and or believe. You know? Like, that would be hard. I stand by this, everyone. I am more than a prostate. I am a man. I am a man. A proud man. A proud man who, yes, has a prostate, but not all men do. And the prostate does not make you a man, even if I have one. I am more than a prostate. I am more than a walking prostate. I am more than a semen vessel. I am more than a jizz factory. Yes, he to be milked? No, I say. No, shame on you. Shame on you. I am a man. And these derogatory terms, these hateful words, they are the worst thing that can ever happen to a biological male. Okay? And you don't know how hard it's been for us biological males. We're having a very rough time. Biological males. Yes. And so that's why I will not be referred to as the walking cum. I will not. Those who want to call me that, shame on you. Shame on you. And this is my cause. This is important. This is what I need to use my platform to talk about. This is what we need to talk about right now. Now is the time. If not now, when? Were you silent? Were you silent when they tried to take away our manhood? When they tried to erase the very existence of what being a man is by calling you the goo? No, I am not the goo. I am a man. I am a man. I am a man. They tried to take my penis and I said nothing. Yeah, were you silent when they came for the cocks? Were all of you?
Like in the midst of that, and even her community after we patched things up, we're, you know, joking about it. Gag, like as in, this is such a weird fucking conversation to have with like my audience because they don't just like really understand.
That's what I see Jank's impression of you.
You can't even have your friends.
That's one of the best things to come out of all of this is I got a shitty Jank impression. That's pretty cool. That's a bucket list thing. Come on. I mean, it's definitely what I would have workshopped, and I'm gonna be honest, the only good impersonation now in hindsight that Steven Crowder, I guess, has ever done is his Jank impression. Fortunately, it is him kind of, you know, putting on a little bit of that makeup. Yeah. But that all being said, yeah, the anger for sure.
Poke fun at you in jest without your haters taking it as a serious opportunity to attack you. It's nuts. Exactly. how is this one of the gayest communities online, and yet you motherfuckers don't know what gag means? Fucking haters jumped on board as an opportunity to make this a much larger issue than it was, because we had mutual friends who we both respect, people like Sean, for example, Sean the Black in this community, and others. And because I saw, and here I'll give them props too. 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. The first moment for me to like pause and take a deep breath and recognize that like this was going to get out of hand when I made a hairline joke, thinking that it was just going to be received by the individual when I was being petty, understandably. Okay. Wasn't Sean. Hold on. Let me see if I can fucking find it. God damn it. It's already solved. It's like name on Twitter. But it was this tweet that made me realize. It came shortly after.
Oh, okay. Nice. That's awesome. This dude's awesome.
When I said, lol, of course not. Also, I recommend minoxidil and finasteride for your hairline. I use them every day when it's done wonders for me. Okay? But it was this quote tweet where I was like, oh, fuck. Like, this isn't right. Like, this is going to be overblown, and it's going to go to a place that I did not intend it to go to. This is, you don't have to watch.
This is the prelude, like him
going to happen
up with the black community. Sorry, I gotta find this shit now. Been streaming for too long. It's too much content.
But let's get started with fucking TYT drama, okay?
Aight.
So what happened? A couple weeks ago, Anna basically popped off and said, like, I don't want to be called a birthing person. I'm sick and
by the way, don't engage a lot in the act of self-fellatio, because it's kind of masturbatory, but I am proud of just fucking kicking this meme out of the gates, because I was like, this feels so much like a Principal Skinner. You are Principal Skinnering to the extreme. I was like, this one just writes itself.
Tired of this idea. I'm a woman. I'm not a birthing person. I will never be called a birthing person. You can never call me a birthing person. Birthing person, birthing person, birthing person, birthing person, blah, 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 blah. Now, for many people, it was like, what? Like, who the fuck did this to you? Like, I don't, what do you mean? Like, are there just people?
Thank you. Yes. Who did this? Who did this? And also, I don't know who you are, Sim User, but thanks for the love.
Going around saying, like, you're a birthing person? No, I don't think so. It was one of those things where, like, what she's saying isn't like unreasonable. You know what I mean? Because being reduced to your like reproductive capability.
What she's saying on the surface level is unreasonable. Like, if people are like, hey, Lance, again, you have to be referred to as the walking cum. I would be like, no, you can call me Lance. And if you want to talk about my gender identity, my gender expression, it's all men, he, him. There you go. That's my deets. If you wanted them, if you didn't want them, don't care. That's fine. But that's it. No, I'm not the walking cum. You cannot say that. I'm more than prostate man. All right, prostate boy. How dare you?
Would be really ridiculous, and that's precisely why nobody fucking uses it in the real world. It's utilized in either academic concepts or medical concepts, right? It's either used in medicine where it would, it would work, or in academia. Perhaps there are some weirdos and fucking over the top hypersensitive people that will deploy it. Okay.
Remember when your mod Ninetales had one of these Anna moments and eventually started crying about black privilege? Why didn't you cook her like you cooked Anna?
You also talked about exactly what you're saying now.
And again, I'm not cooking Anna in the way that Anna is saying that we're cooking her. I'm saying, hey, you're wrong on this take. You're wrong. This is a shit take, and no one is calling you birthing person. This is a non-issue. This is a non-problem. That's basically all there is to it. And I think everyone objectively, because again, in this clip that Limey has up on the screen, she agrees with that take. like almost word for word. Like Anna does it perfectly. Like Anna of this clip is based.
All the meltdowns over wanting to be referred to as a woman rather than a birthing person is pretty wild. I'll never apologize for that, especially as the biological woman who's had a fucking lifetime being told I'm less than. I'm a woman, no apologies. So dude, the Chris versus Mr. Beast thing is flooding my TikTok, and I can't tell if he genuinely feels different about him now or if it's just gross weirdos clipping stuff out of context. Wait, what? Are you insane? Like, I don't want to talk about this too much because it's private, but no. Mr. Beast is 1,000,000% supportive of Chris, and that is completely wrong. So much so that he's like literally trying to figure out why the fuck Mr. Beast is this is something that people who defend trans people experience for the first time ever. Usually, the shock of like what trans people have to go through on a regular basis online.
Mr. Beast, really, yeah.
And Mr. Beast is going through that.
If you want a quick 2-second primer, one of the people who works closely with Mr. Beast has come out as trans, and obviously Mr. Beast and that entire organization, who I have, as you probably know, had many criticisms of, did a very base thing and were very supportive and have continued to be incredibly supportive. Meanwhile, all of the weirdos, freaks, and sneakos on the internet have basically all come out and been like, "We're praying for you. You have chosen the path of sin. You know, you have lost the way. Blah blah blah." And it's just like exactly what you would expect. You know, like 100% what you'd expect from the far right.
If you are even like an ally to trans people, we're not even talking about we're not even talking about trans people in general on the internet. That stuff is, you know,
Mr.
that
Beast
is just, your life is living hell.
Yeah,
every
Kevin
fucking day.
videos on it. There's like I have released enough to put out my opinions on why Mr. Beast is shitty and dangerous. But this is a good thing. It's once again like one of those things where it's like, hey, is it good that, you know, gay kids feel more safe because corporations put rainbow flags on their brands? Yes, that's good. Is it good that a whole bunch of people who couldn't see can see because of Mr. Beast? Yes, that's good. Is Mr. Beast being supportive of someone who is trans, especially someone who's close to him and trans, publicly? That's fucking amazing. These are all incredible good things. You can have simultaneous views. Like multiple things can be true at once. You can eat at McDonald's and also be like, it's probably a pretty shit company, that McDonald's, right? Probably not great for the environment and you know, CO2 and all that kind of stuff. The clear cutting of a whole bunch of Amazonian rainforests and stuff to be able to get cattle grazing so we can have vast amounts of very cheap meat that can be sold for the $2 burgers and all that. Yeah, but there's sometimes when you're going to want to enjoy that sweet little McDonald's fry. You know, who doesn't enjoy a McDonald's fry and a little McDonald's cheeseburger every now and then? But that doesn't make you like Satan. You know, the minute that fry touches your lips, you have not basically sucked the cock of the devil. Let me just say that, all right? That's not Satan's penis before you, all right? It's just a little potato, probably a nice little salted potato. No, you'd enjoy that. Tasty, good stuff, right?
That you're posting. That's why trans people are really fucking aggro on the timeline all the time. They're in constant defense mode. We're not even talking about like legislation that.
I will give Mr. Beast one free signing of his praise if he paid for my surgeries for transitioning. Like, and again, I've said this publicly as well. I too would accept some of the weird, fucking horrifying torture concept Mr. Beast videos for that money, for that payout. And I'm, you know, I could imagine there's a lot of content creators who are like, I couldn't afford to like get eye surgery. Mr. Beast pays for their eye surgery, and like, thank you so much, Mr. Beast. I'm not going to be like, that person has betrayed us. They betrayed us because they said Mr. Beast is good. No, I get it. I totally get it. You know, we live in a society, TM, you know, so it's not at all surprising.
Seeks to erase trans people from public spaces and harm trans people, stop them from transitioning, force them to detransition, all the stuff. We're talking.
On top of everything, TYT said they covered a transphobic monster being attacked by trans activists. One said, oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Did no one see that yesterday? If you were missing and you want to watch the stream or my VOD, yeah, we watched it. They did that entire segment that I had only known about and seen because the right wing are losing their shit about this. Matt Walsh, this is his calling. It's been like, every single person who allowed this, you know, swimmer to get abused by these trans terrorists. The trans terrorists have gone too far. They're trying to kill people. We have have to talk about Riley. Riley, say her name. Say Riley, say it. And you're like, why are you also doing this story? I mean, yeah, maybe it's from a slightly more progressive angle, but that it only again serves the right and the people who want to eliminate trans people. They benefit from this. Like, to be like, all right, we just want to be the only ones who call it out. We're going to be the only ones on the left who tell you the truth, no matter what the case or the cause. Hey, here's the reality. This is how shit is going down right now. And let's just say you've gone too far, trans people. You know, the amount of things, like, it's confusing. These terms. What are we doing? Pronouns, neo pronouns, dog people, furry. What is this? It's too much. We just don't understand it. There's litter boxes in schools, prisons, sports, adrenochrome. What do we have to do here? Come on, come on. You know, you really, you gotta rein things in because it's gone too far. And then you're just like, these are the same talking points though. Now these talking points can be told by the right and used by the right, as they are using it. Ben Shapiro's retweeting it, Matt Walsh is retweeting. If Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, Ollie London, Carrie Lake, fucking all simultaneously started praising me, I would delete my account. I have fucked up beyond belief somehow here. Every single one of them is now just like, oh yes, we're ready. Oh, we are here for this art. Juicy, tasty. Look at what the Serfs is saying. I'd be like, holy fuck. Okay. I fucked up. What? Oh shit. Am I so out of touch? No, it's all my friends, family, colleagues, peers, people I respect, people who love me, who are wrong. All of them. Every single one.
Simply just like, you, even as someone who says, I don't think people should bully about the trans experience. When I started learning more about trans existence, okay, and
Ophis Riley, I've been watching TYT for over a decade, but now I'm a Serfs fan now instead. I mean, that's super cute, and I'm just like, I love having you here. You know, that's fucking, that warms my heart. But this, I'm not doing any of this because I'm trying to, or tried to create a schism. I tried to mend. I was trying to be the Band-Aid. I was trying to be a bridge builder. I was trying to, like, and I think everyone else was too, especially everyone else who, like, deeply respects the things that, like, again, Anna and Cenk have done, what the Justice Democrats have accomplished, that kind of shit. All those people are like, we know how good you can be. We know how invaluable you can be. We know what a powerful voice you can be. And you have so many amazing leftists who work with you and work in this organization. And that's why, like, the next day when I got an outpouring, and I gotta say again, my heart fucking swells, and the love is real, because I got an outpouring of DMs, emails, people dropping up into every different form of social media I have, Discord, Twitter DMs, WhatsApp messages, everything, of people just being like, oh my god, Lance, I'm so sorry, are you okay? Are you okay? So many people who work at TYT or who have worked at TYT did that to me. So many of them. Like, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm not going to name names, but here's the tea. A lot of people at TYT are not happy about this and do not agree and are just straight like, why are they both doing this? Why? You are the two biggest names on the network. You are TYT. There is no TYT without Cenk and Anna. They're the institution. Why are they doing this? This is and why now? Why now? Of all times, you know, that's the fucked up part. Yes, why now? Why, with all the shit that's going on right now, all the fucking shit that trans people have to deal with on their plates, why is the birthing person discourse still a thing when you yourselves have said, like, I gotta pull up that other clip. Give me a second, because the other clip is even
transphobia,
almost as damning as the first one.
There would be hours, countless hours, where like everyone would be fucking perma stuck talking about the same shit over and over and over again, where people were just like very, very very upset. They're just not normal, even if you are an ally. So what I reckon, even if you aren't just an ally. So that was one of the moments where I realized, like, holy shit, you know, if I go through this, I'm a fucking cis-et white dude just for defending trans people. The idea, like, I mean, I can't even comprehend what trans people go.
Yes. Oh, fucking you base, beautiful man. Yes. Hell yes. And I cannot agree more. It is fucking wild the shit that like, and sometimes this overlaps with other fucking hatreds. Okay, when they find out that I'm bi, I'll definitely get a lot of like, oh, you're a pedophile groomer because you love mancock. But for the most part, if I am defending trans people, if I'm making posts about trans people, if I'm fighting anti-trans ghouls, if I'm doing that shit, which I do a lot, I do a fucking ton of that on social media because they won't shut the fuck up about trans people. I'm trying to run defense as a cis person and get in front of this shit. Holy hell, the responses, the replies, like just the nature of the like the mind virus, the transphobic mind virus these people have been consumed by, it drives them insane. And I'm a cis dude. I got all the privilege. I got fucking layers, okay? They're not coming after me, sending me dick pics, being like, I want to fuck you. I need to fuck you. No. They're just straight up being like, you're a pedophile. You're a fucking groomer. You fucking abuse children. You're sick. And like, it's blah, 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 blah. As a cis person, I can't imagine what it's like to be a trans person. To be a trans person, especially a prominent one, especially one with a platform, especially one with some power, especially one with the ability to make statements that people listen to. Holy fuck. Like, holy hell. That has to be unreal. Just to be a trans person online by virtue of existing. Oh, it's odd, isn't it? Why is it that every single trans person has like an avatar, or they like an anime thing, or like they never want to show their faces? Why do you think? Why? Because someone will use that photo to try and hunt them. They will appear on kiwi farms the next day. There will be a whole fucking blast of like, this is the person, this is their family, this is their friends, this is their mom, this is their dad, these are their colleagues. Find them, hunt, call. Here's the school they go to. Yeah, that's why they have all those anime avatars. That's why they have all those alternate personas. That's why they hide in that way, because it's fucking real. It's absolutely fucking real, and I only get a taste of it. Yes, it's maybe a bigger taste than most because I have a large social media platform and a following and shit, but that taste alone is like, holy fuck, I can't believe this. Okay, this is serious. People lose their minds over this shit. Right-wingers have made them the target. Right-wingers have been like, this is our focus. We are going to just talk about this, like, well, on one hand, be like, it's only about 2% of the population, and then the next day be like, and that's all we're going to talk about. All we're going to focus on. The candy is trans. The show is trans. The heroes of our childhood are trans. Oh, look at the trans everywhere. Trans in my mind all day, all night. And you're just like, Jesus fucking Christ, you will not shut the fuck up about trans people. So yeah, people on the other side of that are going to be like, okay, well, no. No, like, I'm just gonna be honest, as a cis person, and part of the problem, we are oppressing trans people. We as cis people, there should be trans liberation. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight for this. We're gonna have to do shit. This fucking sucks.
This happens to me regularly. People put words in my mouth. People go fucking crazy over shit that I say, not understanding the actual, not understanding what my like legitimate, genuine, well thought out, well crafted perspective is on any kind of matter. And they just like hyper focus on one moment or one instance. And they go, oh, that's you. I'm reducing you to that. That's what you're doing. And the more you double down, the more you triple down, the more people are going to think that that is, as a matter of fact, you. This is something that I understand because I've been through my fair share of idiotic fucking controversies. Now, I love Oleyemi. I think Oleyemi is great. I'm excited to have her on the broadcast.
Total side note, and obviously I'm going to be calling myself out here. So I mispronounced Oleyemi's name multiple times when I was first working with Oleyemi, and here's my truth, okay? And this is one of those moments where like I had to check my microaggressions as a white man, as a white male, that I was doing something like this. I didn't want to be that dude. I didn't want to be that white dude. And so I was trying to be the good white. And then I went on and I took and looked at a YouTube tutorial on how to pronounce her name. And apparently the way that the YouTube tutorials teach how to pronounce Oleyemi is to do it in, I believe it's like the old Nigerian way of pronouncing that name. And it separates it into Oleyemi. And then it's like the way to pronounce this name is Oleyemi. Oleyemi. the name and the way to properly pronounce this is Olayemi. And then I was like, okay, all right. So I'm getting ahead of this, you know. I did my part. I'm the one good white. I've done this, and now I'm ready. I'm gonna have a nice little panel, and I'm gonna you know, and I deeply respect this person. And yeah, I was 100% wrong on that, and corrected, and did apologize as well. And yeah, just I wanted to, you know, speak my truth, and I feel seen, and then you all were part of this.
Hopefully, eventually, her and LOL Overruled were supposed to come on the broadcast.
Is it rude to ask them how to pronounce their name? I don't think. Well, I mean, I cannot speak for black people or black women. I'm neither of those things. But you know, I do have lots of black friends, and I do love black people. And I do love when the black community says that I'm being more of a help than a hindrance. So I believe that's something that you know, you would have to ask individuals. I don't think there's anything wrong with asking someone how to pronounce their name, right? But with Olayemi, the other thing is that, like, she has straight up videos on this topic already. Because the way to pronounce her name is the Bahamian way. That's and when I've talked to her about this, she's also, like, you know, been like, yeah, there's people, like, you know, who say that she doesn't pronounce, like, there's people who criticize her and say, like, you're not pronouncing your name correctly, and then it's like, well, no, motherfucker, it's my name, I know how to pronounce it, you know, kind of shit.
She's a wonderful person. She does a lot for you know, she does a lot for criminal justice reform, and you know, she's great. But here is what her take was, I guess, against Anna. I think this, like, escalated basically because she had been on the Young Turks, and then she went on another show, and on that show she said something about Anna. I don't really know what it was. But let's hear what
that's as close as I guess we've gotten to Hasan knowing what the leftist mafia was. So, hey, I'm other show, mom. Yeah, I'm in the Daily Mail as another Twitter user, and now I've been you know, called out by the great Hasanabi as another show. Cool, I'm making it.
They know there's a difference between gender and sex. They know that it is very possible for someone to be born a biological male or a biological female, but in terms of gender, identify differently as a male or non-binary, but they still have the biological capacity, the physical.
I would love to have him on. The thing is, he doesn't answer my DMs anymore, though. So, like, it's just gonna be that embarrassing thing where I ask and then I don't get a reply, and then I'm like, oh. You know, no one likes to be ghosted.
Full capacity to get pregnant.
So that's
why
sweet.
The language, the rhetoric is inclusive to include those people. It is not a big deal.
She's right.
But they make it.
Oh my God, I had never seen this. Damn, she's spitting.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, this is the truth.
A big deal. They manufacture it into a big deal because that's all Republicans are.
Yeah, I mean, this is. Yeah, she's absolutely right on this. And honestly, holy fuck, I'm not surprised that she's absolutely right on this. I'm more surprised that she's making a big deal about it now.
Yeah, right.
Yes, Tyler, I live in California. I don't know.
I guess seeing just, like, it is cathartic. Don't get me wrong. You know, like, just watching the largest leftist streamer in existence kind of just see through all of this instantaneously. It's nice. It's nice. Because, like, part of you this whole time, and especially when I saw that Jen clip about me yesterday, it was Jen, like, I'm confused. You're confused. I'm fucking confused, motherfucker. What's going on? What are you doing? Why are we doing this? It's going to go in a totally different direction.
Anyway, lol, the meltdowns over wanted to be referred to as a, wait, what is this? You made transphobic statements, and we spent an hour of the show defending you from allegations of being a TERF rather than addressing the substantive problems with your comment. I said I felt like they were coddling you, and I stand by that. If you think that makes me a hater, knock yourself out, Miss Mamas, is what she said.
I want her to change her mind and to understand what she did wrong. Because if it's just...
Yeah, this was the show I was referencing. It's like, Matt Binder and David Dole, Mike Figueroa, Blair Zahn, Lance from the Serfs, and
Look at that, man. This is the trailer for the fucking this Thursday's episode of Love This Mafia. Yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. This is gonna be the start of the trailer, and then it's going to fucking have some pretty epic fucking beats and music, and then boom, 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 and now, boom, 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 you know, that kind of shit. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We got it.
And Oliemi is on here as well, and Kenny. I don't know some of these people. Anyway, they were having this conversation, and I'm sure that they had like a well thought out, reasonable discussion that went on for a very long time. That's how fucking leftist podcasts go. It's not my shtick. It's not my fucking tease. I'll just say it like that. But you know, there's definitely a market for it. And then of course the one clippable moment is like, oh, Binder. Sorry.
So,
No, of course.
I'm
But that's not the same. That's not the same, though. That's not the same.
I have to say it. Oh my god, I have to say it. I
That's
like
funny.
Anna, but I feel a little bit like this is the coddle the white lady hour. And you know why? And you know why? I thought this even earlier because before this, the majority.
By the by, you can just tell, like, I am trying to be diplomatic here. I'm trying to be a diplomat. All right. I'm putting up the best I can, the best performance of the white flag, just holding it up and being like, just trying to stay neutral. You know, we're being real nice. We're being real friendly to that Anna Kasparian. We are, yeah. but once again, Oliemi breaks me so fast too. Like I did not stand a chance. Like looking back on it, you can just tell by this point, like it's over.
Report put out a thing too, and everybody else, and I was like,
White
boy,
flag
everybody
racist.
sure feels the need to trip over their fucking feet to come out to defend her for getting cooked when all of the people.
I think the reason why a lot of people say that, like, I don't think
Spent the entire time
I don't
laughing
think
Lamau.
that myself included say that, like, we don't think Anna is transphobic, even though I don't really
Oh, this is amazing. Love the leftist mafia, Lance.
Clean up your room.
So fucking hilarious. Ribs with, thank you. Appreciate it. Sup.
know what the fuck is going on with her now, because like this
Fucking
addresses
queen.
this
She's
literally.
right though. That's his reaction.
But the reason why people say that is because, like, they're
Yo, my friends, my fam. I feel seen. Because yeah, obviously this is the coddle the white lady hour. It's so true. God damn. I'm sorry, but she is spitting facts. She is straight spitting facts. And in my absolute earnest, I wanted to be diplomatic. I'm still trying to be but my body betrays me, you know. My body. I'm just too expressive. I just, you know, I'm aware of my heart on my sleeve kind of a person, and my emotions just pour through. And I'm sorry, she broke me, and I had to be real. That's fucking hilarious. That's so funny. It was the yes, I'm giggly.
there's
Yeah,
a
this shit
long
makes me giggly.
history of speaking out against transphobia within TYT. Like, that's it. And when you have a long history of speaking out against transphobia, when you have this like one sidestep, I think people will, especially people that know them personally, myself included, will most likely go, wait, hold on. Like, this is not, you know, they're being weird.
Okay, so this is my first. I'm gonna disagree pretty strongly with Hasan here. I was so confused. So it does not make sense. Again, I've had to have a couple days of struggle over this, and I've had to certainly be like, what the fuck is happening, and just, you know, reset. But I mean, at this point, it's really hard for me not to look at this whole thing from the perspective of it has to be by design. It doesn't make sense otherwise. Again, like 10%-ish of the people whom I love, respect, and or a whole bunch of like trans activists, if they, and actually I can say this has happened before because it has. I have apologized and or deleted multiple tweets and apologized for multiple takes and multiple videos throughout my career, specifically because people within intercommunities have DM'd me, and it's happened once by the trans community and once by the black community, and people whom I love and respect were like, this ain't it. Your heart's in the right place, but this is wrong, and I've taken that shit down. And that's just what my natural response will probably be henceforth. Like, that's just the way, because obviously we all fuck up. We're all human. Every one of us fucks up. Like, I fuck up all the fucking time. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm white. I'm cis. I'm a little bi, but it doesn't make up for the rest, you know. But like, I'm gonna fuck up. I have a platform. I will fuck up. But you should be able to listen to people, especially people who like you and love you, and have them straight up be like, hey, this ain't it. This ain't it. Like, you want to fight for trans rights as a cis person, you'll have to also listen to trans people and what they say. And when trans people are overwhelmingly telling you, especially trans peers, colleagues, stuff like that, like if Jesse Gender dropped in a DM, it was like, Lance, this ain't it. I would have a course correction in my brain so fast, like, oh fuck, how did I fuck up? If fucking Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, Carrie Lake, Ollie London, if all of the worst human beings on the planet loved what I was doing, like we're like, let Lance cook, he is onto some shit, holy fuck, Serfs is fucking spitting fire, listen to, I would be like, oh, what? Ew, oh, how did this happen?
But I don't think that they are, I don't think they're transphobic.
People get cooked all the time. Nobody, I have yet to watch a video of anybody defending me from getting fucking cooked. I've never seen it. I've never seen everybody come out. She has a lot of fucking bad takes.
And gonna be honest, now a lot of those videos exist. Now there's a lot of videos, especially by white leftists, being like, Olamide is right. Olamide was right the whole time. Holy shit. Why didn't we listen? We should have listened. We should have listened. I've been defending Olamide's takes on this all the way since I saw her debate Cenk on fucking prison abolition. That debate was just so disheartening. That's where in my heart of hearts, I was like, I can see where this path is leading all of us, because like it sucks, but there's no question, like something is going fucking on here. And then all the way up until now, where it's like everyone who loves you is going and disagreeing with you, isn't, like, again, has to be by design. It's the only thing that makes sense, you know?
And then she gets cooked because she comes out unprovoked. She asks to be cooked. She got up today and she said,
This is very similar to the old analogy. If you're at a rally and a Nazi's there, they aren't immediately ejected. You're at a Nazi rally. Yes. If you are amongst a group of people and there's a Nazi that shows up and that group of people is not like, nope, you're not allowed in this group, you're a Nazi, so you have to leave, then you are at a Nazi rally. That's just, I'm sorry, but Dems the facts. That's like, if you got the Matt fucking Welshes being like, whoa, you used to call me a transphobe when I had these takes, baby. Hey, are we frenzies now? What's going on? You gotta be like, what have I done?
cook me.
Listen,
He has yet to delete the tweet. I want to make it clear. He has yet to delete the fucking tweet.
Wait, she hasn't deleted it?
You know why? Because at the end of the day, she took 106,000 likes. And she didn't even get ratio. She didn't get ratio. She'll be high. All right.
Real prostate hours.
Hey, holy shit, Illuminati. God damn. Thank you so much. Hey, can all of you go to Illuminati's channel? Go follow. Go buy candles right now. I'm gonna have to buy those candles pretty soon, Illuminati. I gotta get your candles in the background of the show. Well, because I assume they smell like heaven, and probably because they're amazing candles. And by buying these candles, I support the Illuminati. By the way, if you didn't know, yesterday, fucked up, we played a video at the start of the stream that apparently was like an Illuminati takedown video. I didn't know, and then I came back to sit down to be like, all right, well, let's start the stream now. We're gonna play that music, and then we're gonna have a really awesome time. And then just looked at the chats, and both chats were like, what the fuck? Like, man, Illuminati, my community fucking adores you. Like, they chose violence. They were ready. They were ready for fight. Like, no one disparages Illuminati. We will destroy. We will crush. No one speaks ill of our queen. It was pretty funny to see. And then immediately I was like, oh shit, what have I done? Okay, yep, all right. Well, this was on the BreadTube subreddit. It was the BreadTube subreddit. You don't always know, you know. And sometimes it's the circular firing squads, just like we're doing right now. By the way, Illuminati, we're famous. This is you, Hasan Piker, you know, and then you. Yeah, this is crazy.
Like, oh my God.
I saw.
Like, this stuff, it's just like, it's such a weird situation.
That watches
because
shit happens.
I don't agree with Anna's
true.
take. I don't agree with her perspective, and I don't think that it's productive for her to keep doubling down. But I've fucking been in her shoes in circumstances where I think is not valid for me to be the fucking main character of Twitter. And I've been in her shoes in circumstances where it is valid for me to be the main character on Twitter.
Oh, but I know the difference is so easy. I feel it. Like when it's your own communities, when it's the people you love, when it's the people who respect you, when it's the people who otherwise are like, Lance, I love you so much, but this take is not it. Especially if they're in an inter-community. If trans people are telling you this take is transphobic and only serves the far right, then yeah, oh man, I like immediately will be like, oh shit, because I don't want to do that. I don't want, like, that goes against my mission. That goes, like, what I'm trying to do. As a person and as an activist, as an entertainer, I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to try and be part of the solution. I want to try and make these things better. So if that same community is like, Lance, if you say you care about trans rights, then you making this whole thing about being the walking cum, being the prostate man, being he who jizzes, like that's not it. Lance, you're way off base. No one is calling you that. No one is like, Lance, you can only be called cumsock from here on out. Lance, you are cumsock. I would be like, no, I am a man. I'm more than a fucking prostate. I'm more than a cum, a jizz. I'm a human being. That would be my response if that was a real thing. If it wasn't a real thing, and I just made it up because I did. This is me making it up. This is like that's part of this entire bit that you are looking at right now. This is not real life. You know, it's not. Like, how privileged are you? How wonderful is your life that this is the worry, that this is a cause, that this is what you will use your massive ass platform to talk about, to be like, this is the issue that is pressing of our times. I am more than the prostate haver. That is not who I am. I am a man. Like, and then a whole bunch of my closest colleagues, friends, well-wishers, people who I love, friends, family, people in the trans community, if all of them were like, Lance, this is not it, and then all of the worst ghouls I have been fighting with my entire life were like, Lance, this is fucking it. This is based as fuck. You have seen the light, my boy. I would be like, oh my god, have I fucked up? How? How did this get so bad? Holy shit. Okay. Delete tweet, course correct, gotta make a statement, maybe even make a video, be like, I deeply apologize. I thought that there was a really big phenomenon happening where everyone was calling me the walking jizz master, and I didn't know that that wasn't a real thing. Apparently it's made up and it never actually happened, and it was a joke that a couple maybe people did in a chat or something like that. But it seems overall they're not trying to erase my identity as a man and my manhood and take that away from me by calling me these names, these terrible names again. So I deeply apologize. That's it. Yeah, the cum courier, the semen smuggler. The Jizzmaster Zero. You are on fire, chat. On fire. The Jizzler. The Siemens. And that's why. To all of the lovely people, including the Illuminati, is one of the many people who reached out to me, by the way, who was so very nice. To every single person, Isabella. Yes, you broke me, all right? To every person who was so nice online, like, you all have to realize this is not deeply upsetting to me in the sense that it's hurting me. I'm not in a bad way. I would not lie to you. There has been online fights and squamishes and skirmishes where I'm like, ugh, this takes a lot out. I don't even want to be around the internet right now. This is not one of them. This fundamentally is deeply funny and confusing, and again, it feels like wrestling. I feel like a wrestler. I feel like the trash man, you know? I got called out by fucking name by Chink doing that entire like, yeah, I will fucking drop a name. You know what? The Serfs. Fucking, we made that guy's career. Now he's doing this. And all of a sudden, it's like, I'm never working with another leftist in the rest of my life. I'm done with the left. This is it. This is why I'm leaving. And it's like, this all feels by design. It's all like, I don't understand. I get it. Like, if someone is clowning on you, that hurts a little bit, but ultimately that would not make me change all my principles, beliefs, and activism. Like, there's leftists who clown on me all the time. There's leftists who say shit sometimes, oh, that stings, damn, you know, that hurts. But I'm not like, well, fuck all this. Fuck all my beliefs, values, morals, principles, everything. Fuck it all. Yeah, you know, we're just trying to fuck the LGBTQ plus community. Fuck everything. Fuck you all. I'm out. Yeah, you all went insane. You all went insane. Like, I'm sorry, this is a you problem. You all just went insane. I am right. I'm always right. And I don't back down. I will never back down. So there we go.
And the thing you want to do when you're in that situation is always fucking double down and be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're misunderstanding my point. I don't give a shit. I'm just going to say it over and over and over again. And it's like, it's extremely online. I haven't really seen anything that she has said. I just know her as a person. I've worked with them for years. Obviously, Jank is also my uncle, who I know, deeply for that reason. This is just 100% Anna being weirdly hyper-focused on a singular aspect of an issue she's otherwise fine on. Then people are taking that and extrapolating to her whole belief system. Both are wrong and focusing on the wrong thing. Yeah, I think, cooler minds, calmer hearts will prevail in this circumstance.
Oh, yeah. They've already prevailed. No,
you held Jank.
Every single person is on one side of this who is like everyone. Like, goddamn, how weird is it gonna be for Sam Cedar? Poor Sam. He's gonna be like Troy in that clip from Community where there's the burning troll doll. That's gonna be Sam Cedar. He's gonna have to walk into this entire dumpster fire and just be like, wait, what? You're all fighting over what? What? They're going after Emma Figlet? Going after Binder? Why? Wait, what? They're quadrupling. They went after Lance Jink did a Lance impression. What? You can't be serious. You can't be real.
When he was a baby, Jake held me when I was a baby. But
it's not about the trans community. She's not anti-trans. It's about not listening to the community. Yes, but not listening to your community when they are telling you that your take is hurting trans people.
Looney left checking in for duty. Zany face.
Boondocks Dragon, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's what's happening. No question. She's not listening to her peers. Everyone thinks this is an attack. There was zero. Can I fucking print this shit? Zero name calling. Okay? Yes, last night a bunch of us chose violence because this shit just got so ridiculous that all of a sudden it's just like I'm memeing. I'm sorry. I'm making a Jank meme. He is Principal Skinner as fucking ever anyone could be Principal Skinner right now. He is not listening to anyone around him. The people who love him the most, his own fucking nephew, obviously is immediately like, what are you all doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And that's the same thing I just kept thinking. Like, all these people kept DMing me to be like, Lance, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? And I'm like, you're all sweeties. You're little sweethearts. Fucking bless your souls. No, I'm fine. I'm not sad or like, oh, I want to cry, or I'm not mad. I want to scream. I'm confused. I'm fucking confused. That's what I am. I'm wait. Why are you doing this? Because the only reason that makes sense to why you are doing this doesn't fucking, it's bad. I don't want to live in that timeline. I don't want to be in this fucking turfy timeline. I don't want to be in the Young Turfs timeline, That sucks. That's gross. Can we do something else here? Can we just steer, A lot of TYT fans, by the way, they were going off at me on Twitter after I posted that meme, being like, Lance, you are part of the problem. Lance, why are you accelerating? Lance, the left is destroying itself. Lance is the fucking worst person on the left. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, none of us fucking chose violence in this. We were all just sitting back. I get a DM on my WhatsApp from Alaymi, and all of a sudden she's like, what did she mean by this? And that's before Anna posted the clip. And I was like, oh, shit. And then, oh, shit. Are you serious? And then the next day, just the Jinx just going off, fucking quote tweeting every single person, all of us who are being so nice and reasonable and like friendly. Like, I should be so blessed if the leftist mob ever comes for me, as they have before, and are that polite. Oh my, like, hey. When I got, whatever you want to call it, canceled for the Mr. Beast shit, there was a lot of leftists who disagreed with me and did so respectfully. And obviously, I love those people. I'm not gonna do a fucking hit piece on Big Joel. Are you kidding me? Even though Big Joel did a video on me, do you think I'm gonna like straight up record one where I'm like, Big Joel is a fucking backstabbing liar, piece of shit. That scumbag will fuck you all over. I hate Big Joel. No, I love Big Joel. He's a wonderful sweatshirt of a human being. All right, Big Joel is a wonderful person. He can disagree with me, and you know what? I'm gonna take his good faith disagreements, and then the parts of it that I think are fair and valid, I will say like, oh, maybe you do have a point. This is how human beings communicate. This is what we use language for. It's awesome. We can influence each other through this amazing miracle that is the languages we speak, and then translate into our mind brains, and then have all of a sudden this understanding of a completely different soul. That's pretty fucking cool. I'm so fucking stoked on this shit. Let's do it. And then you get to that point where you're like, okay, well, but I still love Big Joel. I do. He can disagree with me. I'm not like the left has destroyed itself. The left is infighting to such a degree that everything's fucked. Big Joel didn't say shit, Lance. That was Little Joel. When you're wrong, and I was wrong. So I'm accepting this this criticism.
Yeah. Bringing back this tweet, Jank Uger, I'm gonna tell your nephew that you said something fucking stupid. This is so dumb.
Dad, Uncle.
But yeah,
Uncle.
he's just like,
does this command work?
Yeah,
It does not. It has no power here. You have no power.
I think it's just incredibly weird that she's saying this shit and doubling down where trans people are being targeted right now. By the right, she deserves all the hate she's getting, to be honest.
Base chatter. Yeah, correct.
Does she deserve scrutiny?
Correct.
And people being like, what the fuck are you doing? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like,
Good.
I still ultimately think it's incredibly unproductive. It's unproductive for her to double down. It's
we say
I
this
think
when we're talking about people we love. Let's be honest. Like, obviously no one wants this. No one wants to be like I see, okay? I'm reading your replies. I see this shit on Twitter. I see people being like, oh, but this isn't mommy and daddy fighting, first off, and they would be more like mommy and baby or something like that. This is content creators and entertainers. That's what we are. We are entertainers on the internet with very different opinions, and on one side of it, the opinion, broadly speaking, that is accepted by the LGBTQ plus community, activists, progressives, leftists, blah, 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 is the one in which, and Anna agrees because she has said the words out loud. This is so painful to be in and be a part of when that's the reality. I know deep down she knows because she said it. Jank too. Like, okay, I didn't even play this other clip. Check this shit out.
No, look, this is another thing that Bethany is 1000% full of crap on. So do progressives actually attack people for having kids? I've literally never seen it. And by the way, now there's a lot of leftists who say crazy stuff, right? And I still haven't seen them say that.
Yeah.
You're making it up entirely. Look, I can show you tons of leftist stuff where I go, oh, that's going too far,
Like
right?
referring to women as people with uteruses?
Yeah, I mean, there's all the stupid language and 1,000 other. No, look, this is another thing that Bethany is 1000% full of crap on. So do progressives actually attack people for having kids? I've literally never seen it. And by the way, now there's a lot of.
I'm just entertainers, what Tucker Carlson says too. Well, I don't say it to diminish what reach I have. I think I have to be held responsible for the fact that I have a platform, for the fact that I have a massive Twitter platform, and what I type can be in the newspapers the next day. Yes, I think it's completely acceptable for people, especially my own community, to call me the fuck out when I fuck up or am I doing something wrong, because I am and do have the power to fucking change a lot of people's opinions on certain topics. And if I'm fighting for things in a political arena, it is fucking crucial that I be held to a standard, and we should hold all of us to that standard. We are also, though, at the same time, and this is why I want fucking other content creators to humble themselves, we are not the vanguard. We are not politicians. We are not people out on the streets. You should go volunteer. I personally do. I like doing IRL shit, but like you, if you are a streamer or an entertainer or a YouTuber, you are that. You are a influencer. You a social media influencer. You have influence, and you should be criticized and held to account for what that is. But you are not a fucking god king emperor who is going to change the world single-handedly. And if you are ever wrong on something, if you are ever fucking incorrect on something, you can't be corrected on it. No one should have the right to tell me, Lance of the Serfs, what to think. No one should have the right to fucking correct me. No one should have the right to be in my replies and not agree with every one of my takes and opinions at all times, because I'm infallible. I'm the fucking Pope, God, King, Seaman Man. No, none of that. Not like that's, and I think that's so fucking important. I think like there are content creators who lose their minds. Like maybe it's just not healthy. Maybe the entire thing of having hundreds and thousands of people and then hundreds of thousands of people know who you are and interact with your thoughts and ideas through all this various technology, maybe that's not natural. Maybe that does something to the human mind. Maybe it does give people these bizarre like egos. So that's why we need fucking ego death. Okay, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the proposal I'm going to be putting forward next. Content creators, once they reach a certain size, they have to ingest a whole bunch of hallucinogens, like mushrooms, peyote, smoked DMT, whatever it is, whatever you got to do. Once content creators get to a certain size, they got to fucking do a bunch of hardcore hallucinogens so that they can experience the strongest and purest forms of ego death. And then after that, maybe then they can come back and humble themselves a little bit and get back up on the horse and be like, hey, okay, so I was wrong, it turns out. Yes, and I should have listened to every single person around me who loves me. That's, yes. Oh, that was some good shroomies. We had some fun. I took my clothes off. I ran through the forest. I don't know where I am right now, but hell yeah, we did that. And this is good. This is good, and I think it's going to be great going forward for everybody.
It's understandable that people are, you know, getting more and more mad as she doubles down because that's her only output on Twitter. That's the only thing that people see her as.
I like your shirt, Lace. Thank you.
That's it. But the Emma Bigland stuff was like weird too, by the way. So
that is one of the most savage call outs I've had in a long time. You wrecked me, okay? I'm fucking bodied by that. I've never been more served. I've never lost a debate harder than this moment right now. This is savage steely hands. I'm going to accept it. I'm going to accept it, all right? I'm going to humble myself. You just fucking floored me. And that entire concept and idea. F.
Which
yeah,
I will be on the majority report on Friday, I believe. But here, Jank said, we didn't repeatedly emphasize anything. Anna posted the most innocuous tweet of all time, which now a lot of you are saying was perfectly normal. Then leftists lost their shit and started saying it was an attack against trans people, etc. There's absolutely no question about who started this and made an enormous deal out of it. Everyone felt like they had to do a video explaining how they're more holy than.
Who started this? Wait, what? No one asked this. Like, who asked Anna Kasparian to take a stand? You know, of all the things that are going on in the world, of all the issues. Is it going to be, we're going to talk about the struggle in Gaza? Are we going to talk about Syria? Maybe what's going on in Somalia right now. Those are all very trying. Climate change, global warming. Oh, how about the persecution of LGBTQ plus people, the rise of fascism, Christian nationalism, all of these really important causes taking on. Well, no, we are going to talk about how some people are calling me birthing person, and it has to stop. No more, I say. Do not call me birthing person. Do not say such things. No, this is our cause. This is my fight song.
Us when no real voters on the left agree with you at all. Please don't pretend that we are the ones making a big deal out of it. And then Emma said the repeated emphasis and reaction have been on social media. I can't speak to the segments you guys have done on the show. I'm not trying to be pure. I'm engaging with you, even though it's uncomfortable for me because I love you guys and I want TYT to be on the right side here.
Okay, so we have a confession, everybody, live in the chat in 4K. Just got to put you on blast right now. It's here. Jake Toady, subscriber. I have to take responsibility for this, but you know what? Go ahead and blame me for this mess. I drove all the way to California and called her that to her face while in an elevator. We have a confession. Someone called Anna Kasparian birthing person, caught in 4K, live on the stream right now. So we have one example of this happening ever, the first one, and so because of that, Jake, I think if you apologize and apologize to Anna directly, can you tag Anna or maybe just do an @ just be like, I apologize for using the term birthing person. I was out of line. And now you try. Do that. And now you go. Your turn. Right?
I used to work for the Young Turks as well. And then Jank said, we didn't repeatedly emphasize anything. Anna posted the most innocuous tweet of all time, which a lot of you are saying is perfectly normal. Oh, sorry. We already covered that. And then
I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking throw the ban hammer down. If you motherfuckers keep doing this, if you deny my existence of being a man by calling me the prostate machine, then we're doing mass bans. We're gonna ban hammer across all of you, okay? We're gonna fucking strike down with a righteous and fucking religious ass fury. That's what's gonna come out. This is gonna be biblical shit, the likes of which you've never experienced. So you chill the fuck out, all of you. This is serious.
Cenk went one step further and quote tweeted Emma and said, "Good news, we are on the right side. Mission accomplished. Now let me talk to you in a patronizing way about all your opinions.
Right,
I need to correct."
I'm at my limit. Shit's getting crazy. Shit's getting crazy online right now. You see what's going on? Trout with Cloud, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate you.
I was trying to express my love and appreciation for the company that gave me my start, and for my good friend Anna. Within the context of a disagreement, this reaction is pretty shocking to me, Jake. Have a good one. Now Emma is great. She's awesome.
Chisler win.
It's just like, this is not great. It's not great at all. It's really bad. I've been in Jake's shoes in the past as like someone who's at that moment through anger and not being understanding, someone who has basically.
Did someone say TYT went after Emma? Well, I mean, I guess if by Jank going after you, that's TYT going after you. But yeah, Jank and Emma were going back and forth. And like, the Emma stuff is sad. Of this entire saga, all right, of all the different emotions, most of it being funny. A lot of this is really fucking funny. How fucking, this is just the levels of foolishness. What do I see before me? What is happening? These like untold levels of foolishness. These fucking, the foolishness meters are just peaking right now with all of this kind of shit. So a lot of it is very funny because everyone's just like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? It doesn't make sense to anyone. If you're the only ones who realize that, something's got to be down, right?
Someone who has basically been like the main character.
You might want to
Twitter,
delete that VOD, never.
And then like the constant urge to double down and say,
How
I've
dare
been
you,
in
Lance?
this
I
fucking
need a
battle
refund.
for years
Shit.
and years. Fuck you. You know what I
Fucked
mean?
up again.
I did that with the Hogwarts shit, which by the way, I was absolutely right on. And unlike this, that wasn't like a marginal tiny
Hasan,
issue,
you were
which
not.
I also openly admitted was a marginal tiny issue in the grand scheme of things. But was like something that even trans people.
No, you were like, just because you were sad that XQC was getting such big numbers. Yeah, XQC got huge numbers when he was doing Hogwarts. Like, no, but like, no. Look, no one in the trans community was telling us cis folk when the whole fucking shit was going down that this was going to end transphobia. And no one was saying, hey, if you don't do this, you're now a transphobe. None of them were doing that. That was not a request. Jesse Gender had such a great video on this topic, and it talks about, and this is a really important topic, about setting the terms. If this is a liberation movement, and this goes for every liberation movement, black liberation, trans liberation, you name it, the terms need to be set by the people, and it needs to be on the terms of the people who are trying to be liberated against their oppressors. And if you want to be allies to the people who are trying to be liberated and not be one of the oppressors, then you have to allow them to define it on their own terms. And that was so good. It was such a fucking eloquent way of putting the whole thing. Definitely fucking leveled up my cis brain, and I was just like, whoa, yes, holy fuck. Okay, I agree with this, because the whole conversation got so lost with people unfairly, like, if someone's like, Hasan is now a transphobe because he had the audacity to even think of playing Hogwarts Legacy that one time. The fact that he even wants to play is transphobic. No, not at all. Not whatsoever. It's totally normal for you to enjoy pieces of media, and it's totally normal for all of us to enjoy problematic media. And if you want to go enjoy problematic media in the privacy of your own home without anybody knowing because you downloaded a torrent or something like that, hey, who knows what's going on there, right? Because you really got to play. I understand that. But when it came down to that whole thing, yeah, that was pretty much it. I think it's unfair the people who would try to cancel Hasan for that whole debacle based on the fact that he actually listened. That's the fucked up thing, is that, like, say what you will about him initially being wrong about that whole, like, you know, drama and culture war bullshit, but he actually listened. He actually was like, but I'm not gonna stream it. I'm not gonna stream it. I disagree with my inability to stream this, but I'm not gonna do it. That's very different.
Well, you know, came to understand was
begrudgingly
still
aligning yourself.
A failure of movement. plenty
I
of
do that.
trans people themselves
Sometimes.
were
Of course,
critical of
everyone
it
does.
later down the line, but it doesn't
So
matter.
it's not always
you
easy or
constantly have
convenient
a
to fight
fucking
in one way or
interest and
another.
need to double down. In this circumstance, I think what they should be doing as far as their output is be like,
Listen.
look,
Yeah,
I
made you the argument.
here's what I would do. Let's say, let me put my PR hat on for a moment, okay?
Oh my god. Okay, this is almost perfect, but, and this is a big but, you got to add Sam's face to the third Troy. That's the final piece that's missing. And then, yes, if you want credit, 0 hour, I will. Oh, should I tweet this? I feel like tweeting it is actually being that this thing is not a fire extinguisher. It's filled with fucking gasoline. Resist the urge, but the urge is too strong. You know me, Chad. I love memes. I love a good meme. You know, it's too powerful. It's too, it's too powerful. Hold on. Okay, hold. Let's choose this chaos. It's Chef's Kiss. Come on. This is one that everyone can love. This is one that everyone can get behind. Don't drag Sam into this. Is this a movie reference? This is a community reference. Come on, is this not fun? We're having fun. Everyone's like, oh, the left is infighting. We're having fun. I don't hate Jenker Anna. I don't want to cancel Jenker Anna. I don't want bad things to happen to Jenker Anna. I if anything, want them to come around and agree with Jenk and Anna, because Jenk and Anna have agreed with every point that I am standing behind on this issue. That's it. That's it. I would prefer, you know, if things became awesome and lovely. I want them to grow. Yeah. Exactly. I would prefer that. That's why I made that meme where there's the two paths, and I feel this happens a lot with leftist cancellations, and I've obviously been on the shittier side of that initial gut, like, because you get attacked so much when you are a public figure, and if you're a public figure in politics, and like heaven forbid you start checking out boxes that fucking get racist horny, like if it's like they find out I'm native, all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, oh Lance, your mom drinks alcohol, blah blah blah, well you're pregnant. If they find out that I'm bi, oh fuck, Lance is a fucking, you know, groomer pedophile kind of shit. Yeah, it sucks, and it sucks that like it happens in really, really big volumes that is not natural or normal for human beings to fucking process. Like, I came to that realization very quickly. This is not normal. It's not normal. Like, we were not built. We have not evolved to the point of having thousands and thousands of people love us or hate us. It's just, it's weird. The brain has a really tough time wrapping the head around that concept in either directions. It becomes these weird kind of like dangerous parasocial fucking phenomena. And in that vein, in that entire process, if it's also people who like love you, respect you, you might catch some white noise. You might be like, is this the same thing that always happens? But that would be to a very, very like limited degree, especially for me. Like at a certain point, like I said, maybe 10% of what they got, I would break. I would be like, am I wrong? What's going on here? Because like when it comes from the people that you like, that love you, that's so different. That's so different than people who hate you for the most useless reasons. People who hate you because they're racist, because they hate you because they're fucking homophobes or biphobes. They hate you for whatever reason, you know? That's like a big thing, right? Illuminati. Apparently, Anna just did a members only stream where she's flip-flopped on her position on global warming too. What? Do we have clips? Do they exist? Oh, shit. No. Not like this. Not like this. Why? This has to be a joke. I'll DM it to you. Fuck. Well, I mean, with the Illuminati saying that, better time than ever, but up. I have to do it like a band-aid, you know? It's gotta be like, whoop. Oh, yeah, all right, we're good. All right, it's happening. It's there. It's yeah, it's over. Hey, it's out there now. All right, it's just a matter. It's fun. We're having fun. We all love each other deep down. I do. Hey, no love has been lost in my heart. As silly as things get, as wild as things are getting, still, yeah. I would say that if they were like, all right, Lance, you can come back on. We wanted to debate you on this fucking topic. I'd be like, all right, yeah, sure. I just hope that you see the light. You know, I hope that the two of you, Jenk and Anna, you can listen to Jenk and Anna, Because Cenk and Anna, they have been on the right side of all this. They've both stated out and said publicly that this is a non-issue, that progressives are not forcing people to call people birthing persons or adults with wombs or anything like that. And Anna, you've actually been on the completely correct side of stating, and I completely agree with you at the same time, that, hey, ultimately, this is not a problem. People calling birthing persons, it's exclusionary? No, sorry, inclusionary. It doesn't remove groups. Like, that's the best part about this. No one is saying that women can't exist or women have to be referred to as birthing pods. That's gross. No, we're saying that woman, and now we're going to also include trans men and non-binary people, just because they should be part of the conversation as well. I mean, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, because this problem overwhelmingly, especially if you're talking about the limiting of bodily autonomy, which is a real thing that we should be fighting against together, because we all agree on this. If that's the issue, then yes, the majority of the people who this will affect and are affected by this are women. Cis women, to be precise. Cis women are the majority of people affected by the limiting of bodily autonomy by the right and the Christian nationalists. They are the majority. Comma. Also, hey, it also affects birthing people who could be non-binary and trans men who can also get pregnant. Not as often or as frequently. That's true. So I guess it doesn't need to be a part of every conversation if you didn't want to. And if anyone says that maybe you should be chastised, canceled, and or run off the face of the internet unless you doth do the correct Konami code of fucking not being a transphobe, then yeah, then yeah, that's probably a little bit extreme. It's not happening though. It's not a real thing, you know. I'm pressing Parlay. I'm on 2 different timelines. Oh god, it's already got 73 likes. No, god damn it, that was 2 minutes. It's only been 2 minutes. This account is too powerful. These memes. This one's funny. I'm sorry. This one's fun. This one's totally fun. Oh, by the way, 0 Hour Hero. I didn't even credit you. Do you have Twitter? Something? I will do the added thing. Let me know what you want me to promote on your socials. Sorry, I stole art. Oh my god, I've stolen your labor. I'm 100% a fake socialist. This is the worst thing I've ever done. Ooh, I'm saved. Ooh, yes, there you go. Oh, sweet credit. Exposure. Yeah, that wasn't unpaid labor. It was paid in exposure. Look,
I'm doing PR for the Young Turks. What would I do in this circumstance? I would say, guys, a lot of confusion has caused this internal rift on Twitter amongst prominent leftist content creators, activists, and the like. Okay? I want to clarify something. Okay? I overreacted to this birthing person controversy. Okay? I think that it's not necessarily utilized or deployed outside of academic circles. And even if it is by weird, well-intentioned liberals who are just thinking that they're doing the right thing or whatever the fuck, who cares?
This global warming thing.
Only
oh shit! Sorry, I totally forgot about that. Fucking ADHD brain. And Illuminati's in the chat right now, being awesome and being like, "Hey, by the way, sounds of leftism meeting reality. Young Turk Santa Kasparian goes viral for flipping out over bullshit climate initiatives." What? This is real? Actual Justice Warrior? If Actual Justice Warrior popped out of nowhere, and if you don't know, this racist ass race realist is the dude who's actually the one tried to debate me on people what's the main cause? The fact that there's an overrepresentation of black men in prison systems. Well, it's the culture. It's the cult. Black culture is why. It's why they keep killing people. Black culture. And then I was like, no, that wouldn't really explain this because there's a lot of white people who are obsessed with black culture. I can't tell you how many white people would spit. I'm one of them. I'm one of the people who loves hip hop. I use a lot of AAVE and sometimes don't even realize it. And it's not because I'm trying to take it away or anything. It's because I wish I've said this so many times on the record. I genuinely, in my heart of hearts, if it wasn't cringe as fuck, wish I could say axe instead of ask when I say that, because I prefer the mouthfeel. It's a better mouthfeel. I like it, but I don't, because obviously it's cringe as fuck for a white person to do that. But all this being said, his excuse eventually became that they don't wear fucking condoms. Yes. I kid you not. This is an old piece of Serfs lore, but you can go back and watch the video. That's where he went with all this. Where I was like, it's not the fucking cult. And eventually he was like, because they don't wear condoms. And then I was like, what? What? this is genuinely where we're at. That you are explaining the overrepresentation of black men in American prisons, the 1350 racist shit, where it's like they make 13% of the population, technically 6.5, I guess, but at the end of the day, all these black men being 50% of the violent crimes prison population has to be explained because of their culture. It's their culture. Yeah, it's black culture. Black culture, promotes this idea of, the fact that families should be fatherless. Black culture promotes all this other shit. Hip hop, low pants, crime. Gangsters, they're basically fucking glorifying crime all the time. And that's what does it. And then they listen to the hip hop. There's the two, and they don't wear condoms. They don't wear, and that's it. They don't wear condoms. I'm sorry to say. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, we are, I can only assume, like, bizarre phrenologist, cranium measuring levels of racism here. And this exists today as a prominent fucking personality on the right. The Young Turks Anarchist flipped over the bullshit climate initiatives during a recent members-only episode of the show. A clip from the meltdown began circulating. By the way, thank you so much, Illuminati. Illuminati bringing in receipts. That's wild. The meltdown began circulating on Twitter via Sean Fitzgerald. Kasparian discussed the entire to help the climate, but was frustrated about the burden placed on the middle class to make that happen. Ah, yes, of course. Not only has Anna Kasparian changed her position on women erasing language, but she's also realized that the Green New Deal initiatives are absurd after her condo board decided to go in significant debt just to pay for charging stations for all cars. Hilarious. Hey, who's celebrating? It's the racist. Hey, you know that racist-ass racist on the internet? He's like, hell yes, I love this shit. Oh yeah, this is beauty. Hell yeah.
The way that it happens is, I know that in California, at least, with the phasing out of gas-powered cars, and they'll probably do the same thing with gas stoves, is they just ban the sale of any new gas-powered cars or any new gas stoves. And so the technology that you have in your home, the gas stove that you have in your home, if it breaks, not only are you not able to buy a new one, but it gets increasingly more difficult to just repair it. You get what I'm saying? And so, like,
I get it, but that's a bump. That's the normal bumps in the road as you transition to things.
I know, but Cenk, like, don't minimize the financial burdens associated with these things, okay?
No, I'm not.
Because, like, I am literally freaking the fuck out about the charging station thing. I'm like, it's gonna cost. We're gonna take out a massive fucking loan to pay for it. We're not getting any help from the fucking government on that.
Did you guys ask? Is there any tax credits? But seriously. Seriously, there's no government help at all to transition you guys?
I don't give a fuck about tax credits.
No.
What is this NIMBY ass take I see before me? What is going on? You goddamn NIMBYs. What? But how are we gonna pay?
No, I'm saying for the HOA. Like,
no, there's been no talk of tax credits. I haven't seen anything about tax credits. I should look into it. Maybe there are tax credits, but I don't give a fuck about tax credits because you have to shell out cash. Okay, like I want to do something in response to climate change. That is not my issue here. My issue is how, like,
oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Wouldn't it be amazing? Like, what if we recycled a little bit? You know, what if I started my own little like private compost in the back? We're gonna take all organic produce. We're gonna take that. You know, we're gonna put it in the compost, and that's gonna basically change the world. It's gonna be glorious. Hey, by the way, I don't use plastic bags. Okay, well, do you use plastic bags? No, I drive a Tesla, and I basically bring my own bags that I've made myself. I have a collection of them. There's a whole bunch of them made from different petroleum products. They're great. And then I use them because I'm better than you. Better than most, anyway. I should say that much.
We're forced to make all these changes that are a financial burden, a giant inconvenience with like little to no help. And the solution from the government in terms of like, no, you get financial benefits for doing this is fucking tax.
Okay, this one's super easy, by the way. Lefties, leftists, leftist content creators, leftist content producers, anyone who wants to talk on this topic, hey, are we going to talk about it? Hey, what are we going to advocate for? Trains, motherfuckers. Trains. Public fucking trains. Trains that connect us. Trains that allow us to transport. Trains that cheaply and freely allow us to go from one point to another. Oh God, it'll get rid of all the traffic. Oh God, it'll get rid of all the cars on the road. Why does each one of us need 2 cars, I ask? Why does each human being need fucking 2 cars? It's nonsense. It makes no sense. Why is there more cars than there are American human beings? Isn't that fucking ridiculous? Why, I say? Why? It does not make sense. We do not need, like, hey, don't get me wrong. Driving a car is fun. I know how to drive like fucking stick and shit. I like driving stick. It's great. I like the ability to release the clutch slowly and just feel the engine. Trust me, I get it. Motors are cool. Cars are cool. Vroom vroom. I'm with you. I'm a man. I do love my car. But hey, it'd be totally fine with me if I had an incredibly intricate, expansive, and free public transportation system, and then as a lark, whenever we wanted to, me and the homies, we get to go drive a car as a fucking activity. Because you go to a place, you rent a car, you get to drive in it fucking as fast as you want, go in a circle. That sounds awesome. Can we do Mario Kart? I get to do Mario Kart with the boys, with the fucking boys, some Mario Kart? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm here. I would love to do some Mario Kart with the boys. Let's fucking suit up. Let's throw some turtle shells at each other, throw some fucking bananas on the ground, and get on board. That sounds fucking awesome. Awesome. So on board with all this shit. But trains, public transportation. That's what we should really be advocating for. It doesn't make any sense. It's honestly baffling when you start to learn and watch videos by go on YouTube, watch all these amazing fucking left-wing climate and channel stations on the way cities are designed and the very existence of roads and the spacing that is given to them and the fucking percentage of our cities that are consumed with fucking gravel roads to make way for private car owners is nonsense. It is it is absolutely ridiculous. It's the most asinine reality that no one thinks about because we've just accepted. I was born into this world, okay? I was born with roads, with streets, and all this shit, and you're just like this is just the way to make cities. I on SimCity, I played the game, I've seen it. You have to draw the road, and then you draw the fucking power plant and the nuclear station. Like that's how you do this shit, right? Yeah. No, it's backwards. It's nonsense. It's unhealthy. It contributes to a whole bunch of forms of cancer. It has us constantly breathing in carbon monoxide, pollution, all this kind of shit. It's just so wrong. And if it was to the benefit of society, for the greater good, for all of us collectively to work towards, hey, how could we have an awesomer life just as people together? Trains, motherfuckers. Trains and walkable cities. Trains and bikeable cities. Oh man, bikeable cities are so much fun. If you haven't been to Amsterdam, not just for the weed or the reefers, but go to Amsterdam because it's flat as fuck and bikeable. And you bike everywhere, you take trains. It's wondrous, okay? All you cutie sock dems, the little people with the sock dem fucking socks in their fucking names, you should be promoting that as well. You should also be talking about that. But this ain't it. What are you doing?
Tax credits. No, I don't want the tax credits. Give me the money. Give me the money. Okay? Don't tell me this bullshit about how I have to buy like some new fucking thing.
Hey,
the government.
I just got canceled by the woke mob. I just got woke scolded. Someone was trying to point out the fact that I used a term rather than another one. No, you are correct. I should say accessible cities. And that should be what I strive to get towards. There's a fucking call out in real time, by the way. I'm not like, what? No, infallible Lance doth not accept this. Fuck you.
Government's forcing me to do it. And then like, after I file my taxes,
no, you're right.
There's a certain portion of that purchase that might be tax deductible. Like, accessible cities. I'm so sick of it. It's just like endless pressure. I can't take it.
Yeah, I hear you. And we ask too much of the middle class. We ask too much of the average person.
Oh, the middle class is the.
You bushy fucks. What the hell? Oh, this timing, I gotta say, it's pretty exceptional. Pretty exceptional. Certainly great for everyone who's like, so I'm gonna keep advocating for the same things that I've always kind of advocated for over here. So if y'all want to go down this road, good luck. It sounds fun. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, okay, so by the way, Illuminati was totally right. That's fucked. That's absolutely fucked. And the fact that this happened in the private behind the scenes thing and it's already over Mediaite. Yeah. I guess I don't see like no one's happy about this shit though. That's the fucked up part. Like so many fucking like I was looking at the chat last night, the TYT chat, to see how the response was to like the segments on me, and there was just like delete. Like, there was so much deleting, and then like all these other people being like, "What's up with chat tonight?" Blah blah blah. But like so many TYT people being like, "Why are you doing this? Do not dig into this position that we know that you do not agree with." You know, the only people who could be happy are the chuds. Like even if you want to start really positioning yourself as a more, well, we're a centrist. The left went insane. The left went crazy, so the only reasonable position is enlightened centrism. So we're going to position ourselves a little closer to that. Like, I'm beside myself on that. Like, why? I like, even TYT fans are upset. Like I said, and TYT personalities. There's so many TYT people writing to me, DMing me, being like, "Lance, are you okay? I'm sorry, I don't agree with this." I know, because you're all based. You're all fucking awesome. There's so many other people I love you all. Yes.
Those communists are amazing.
Keep saying this. Catalina Gearbox, thank you for the 200 biddies. Illuminati, she loves such a hard life, not the condo complex, making improvements for electric cars. I know. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Almost always weaponized by the right to make it like a bigger deal than it actually fucking is. And I, in that brief moment,
this is healthy. That's why this is healthy.
In a moment of weakness, lend my statements to also further that right-wing agenda at a time when trans people are constantly under attack by way of legislation and certainly online through mass harassment, cyber stalking, doxing. Obviously, this is the least significant thing to hyper-focus on.
Yep.
It's not a tweet. I'm just saying this is what I would say. Okay?
Yes. Fucking bars.
It's irrelevant.
On point.
I have always fought for trans rights and will continue to fight for trans rights. And I think that we should all focus on exactly that rather than anything else.
Ruthless chat.
Okay?
Damn.
That's it.
Treat your himbo poorly.
Anna was unfairly criticized by Tulsi fans, and she was ultimately right about Tulsi. So when Anna gets pushed back now by all of left Twitter, she thinks she's on the right side. Yeah, that's the other thing. David Dole actually had a really good take on this. Okay? He did. Possibly because he's Canadian.
Trying to get Anna as a guest and left this mafia.
It's the last time I will ever give props to.
She is welcome. She's welcome to come on my show, and she's also welcome. I will come on their show. I will back up all of my statements that I have made in these hit pieces, attack videos, whatever you want to call them, where I'm literally calling them fascist sympathizers. Apparently, that's the word on the street. But yeah, I will go on the show and I will repeat all of this because I think honestly, they haven't addressed either of those video clips. Like neither of them have. I haven't seen Cenk be like, "Hey, by the way, it turns out that in the past Anna actually backed up the exact position of Olayemi and Lance." Yeah, like the exact position, almost verbatim. This is her on camera saying what they're saying now here. And here's another clip, second one, where I'm saying that this is not an issue. Where I'm like, this is the progressives don't do this. No one in progressive circles is trying to call people birthing people or birthing persons or stuff like that. So you agree with me. You agree with my takes. Because again, I would use your own words against you. I would be like, here's Cenk and Anna agreeing with me, having the exact same positions that I do.
To a Canadian man or people in Canada in general. Okay. He said, the only thing left to add to this drama with TYT, I think under constant bad faith, TYT has been under constant bad faith attacks for years, and that has probably clouded their judgment to what is and isn't legitimate criticism.
Chat, you'll never believe this. Guess who just fucking appeared? Dave motherfucking Rubin of the Rubin Report. Holy shit. Hi. Whoa. Yeah. A wild Dave Rubin approaches. Hi, Anna. Remember me? Whoa. What's happening? Yeah, I guess we agree on more than we thought. I literally called it. I guess a reunion's in the works. Yep. It was only a matter of time. Dave Rubin. Well, Anna. Well, didn't know you thought this way.
This is something that I fucking experience on a daily basis. This is why I literally pop off sometimes on chatters who are being sarcastic, for example, because I have done this exact same thing. I've had to withstand so much insanity over the course of so many fucking years.
Jimmy Dore, how has Jimmy Dore remained silent on this fucking war? Come on, this is an actual fucking war now, everyone. What is Jimmy Dore saying?
It basically broke my brain. My immediate reaction to like any kind of misunderstanding is like,
Dave
oh,
Rubin
he's
doesn't snap out of it, nothing will.
Misconstruing what I'm saying. That's what's probably.
Oh my god! The surprises keep on coming, chat. When did this happen? Why was I not informed? What? I got the Jimmy Dore block. Damn, I am being censored by the deep state. What is going on? Jimmy Dore, I can't see your tweets anymore? Oh, what did it? What did it? I wish I knew. It's been a while because like I go hard on Jimmy. I'm ruthless. Like fucking, I'm savage. When he makes a post, sometimes I'll just be like, and I'll like post a clip of him straight up being like, "Oh, the Vegas shooter is an inside job." I'm like, "Ooh, that was a pretty heavy receipt I had there. Probably shouldn't have thrown that in the." Yeah, here we go. And now to see this, like, I haven't interacted with Jimmy Dore or Jimmy Dore's media in so long. There was times when I was doing too much Jimmy Dore content. I would mock this motherfucker, and then all of a sudden people are like, Lance, we grow so tired. We grow so wary. Stop doing Jimmy Dore segments. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. We'll do something else here. Let's do Matt Walsh, Candace Owens. Who else we got? Yeah, all right. But yeah, wow. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I'm in the lost. Here for the lulz. Me too. Here for the lulz. Appreciate the prime. It's very nice of you.
Going on. I am not going to clarify. I'm not going to be charitable. I'm just going to fucking fire back. Right? It's like a trauma response almost.
What about Tracy? Oh, Michael Tracy. Okay, so here's also a fun fact. This is totally outside of this. I had this revelation to give all of you, and I totally forgot about this. A whole bunch of accounts that used to block me have, without their consent, unblocked me. I know this because I have seen how fast they block me once they're reminded of my existence. This happened with Billboard Chris or whatever, that weirdo who fucking wears the billboards that are like trans penises and children's genitals are my business, all that kind of weird shit. I was like, yeah, this motherfucker straight up posts pictures of child porn on the internet. Here's his examples. Here's where he's posted child porn. He's fucking blah, blah, blah. And then he reblocked me. I was like, that was weird. Same thing happened with Imai Chong. I was blocked by him, and then all of a sudden I'm unblocked, and I was like, I don't think you unblocked me, because all of a sudden you were like, oh, wait, maybe I don't hate the Serfs anymore. I think, like, Elon is doing some shit. I have a conspiracy theory. I have a full-on Alex Jones moment here. I think Elon is doing some stuff behind the scenes where they are unblocking me, or sorry, yeah, they're unblocking the Serfs from right-wing accounts who block me, and then it's really funny to see. As soon as I pop back up, I'm like, haha, and I go, oh god, and then they'll block. Like then it's like, oh yeah, there goes the block. You know, this is a theory. It's not proven with fact or data.
Okay. Problem is, it wasn't that brief. She sat on that clip for 2 weeks and came at Ole on a tweet that has nothing to do with her. I agree. I'm not saying that she is behaving in a manner that is good. I'm saying that this is what you do when you're like, when you've been burned so many times that you don't know that the people that are like trying to correct you are actually doing it because they have watched your content in the past. They literally worked with you. They know who you are as a person. You know what I mean? It's like the classic. It's like the classic, like, what do you call it? Please turn off your phone. You are not this person. You know what I mean? Like the Grimes tweet to fucking Elon.
Hey, what up, James? We got James from the internet here. I refuse to let anyone define me as a sperm ejaculator. James, you are fighting the good fight, my brother. All right? You are on board. And I say brother. I do not say sperm connoisseur, sperm haver, he who hath the jizz. Yes, no, I say none of these things because I think those are derogatory to say to a fellow biological male. Yes, I would never do that. No. As cis men, we must be respected, and people must understand how we are men. We are men. We are more than the cum, all right? I am not a cum sock. God damn it. Tired of this shit.
David also brought up some really good points, additional good points. Anyway, yeah. But I would hope that when people closest to you ask you to rethink it, that you would take it seriously. Okay? Also,
I
FYI,
more than
there
my
are
current
chaos
capacity.
accounts on here
I-
playing both
I
sides
hope
in an
so.
attempt to cause some larger rift. For the record, this is another thing that happens all the time. It's very frustrating for someone like myself who finds himself in the hotbed of controversy regularly over dumb shit that no one else would ever get yelled at about, because there are entire fucking Discord servers. And
Goddamn, your meme 0 Hour Hero, if you're still here, your meme is about to hit the fucking, we're already at 574 likes. This is gonna hit a 1K. It's fun. We're just having fun.
And
we love each
forums
other.
full of people
I love everyone in this
who
picture.
are dedicated to hyping up any kind of controversy, no matter how innocuous, no matter how silly, which, by the way, Anna's isn't, okay? It's not as silly, but it is now, because it's completely went to a different direction because of her reaction to the ongoing sea of criticism, plus Jenk's involvement in it. But people do this all the time. Sure, Mr. Entitled White Person, teach us what is and isn't bad faith in your opinion. You click on their fucking account, their pinned tweet is trans and queer theory found.
Okay, so I was just going through this, and someone was like, "Where's Olay?" And I agree. I think we should put Olay right here. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add to this art.
Founders actively advocated for pedophilia. In addition to their attempts at erasing women, they're actively trying to target children. This is why they think grown men is shaking their ass in front of children is a good thing. They are monsters. LGB without the T. It's like we can see when you're making an argument on Reddit. We see your entire fucking timeline full of like the exact opposite shit.
To be fair though, I don't think that there's a bunch of people behind the scenes that are winning this war that are trying to do this whole like, hey, this will divide the left. This will fight. Like that's why I'm trying to be pretty transparent about this. I love these people. I love everyone in this photo. All right. I do not wish them to be deplatformed, canceled. I don't think they're fascists. I don't think. And by the way, Hasan is catching us straight here. He's the one who's actually on the right side of this issue. That's not what this is about. This is not like some kind of, the left is trying to destroy itself. We're all, self-destructing in real time. No, it's so healthy to have disagreements and have people in your own community be like, hey, by the way, this is not it. This is not it. Why? And that's happened so many times with TYT, right? This happened with the prison abolition shit. That's where like a lot of us saw Olaimi fucking debating in real time against Cenk and Anna and being like, it's very weird for you to push this propaganda narrative. That's what you're doing. You are pushing a propaganda narrative. Like it is only to the benefit of state power for you to continuously take this position and want to hold it when like fundamentally you have to understand deep down, this is not it. Like people who say they're prison abolitionists are not people who say they want rapists to run the streets. They're people who say rapists run the streets, and that's fucked, and more fucking rapists should not be allowed to rape people and be fucking not held accountable for their rapes. The problem is that our entire like fucking incarceration system disproportionately affects people with mental illness and poverty, and it is gamed against people with mental illness and poverty. And once you add racialization to that, once you add the fact that like fucking melanin quantities will determine how people treat you in so many different facets of fucking the judicial system, that's not right. Once you realize that, you've unlocked that secret, you're like, oh shit, oh goddamn, yeah, that's fucked. We got to change that. We should not do this. This is not right. It's not just. It's not healthy. It's not good for society. Why are we perpetuating just years and years of subjugating different fucking groups of people for stuff that we make up? It's not real. It's not real. The dangerous, evil black person is not real. The threat to society is not real. The native who is going to get drunk and rape white women is not real. None of that is real. It's not. We make it up. We make it up. We reinforce it. We program ourselves. We fucking tell each other this shit all the time. We're always just fucking repeating it over and over, but it's not real. We made it up. It's all make-believe. I just came here for the 2-hour YouTube video on this, and I'm just sickened. I'm confused. How is this still going? I'm so confused. Cue the
This person said,
yeah,
I think you're
true
extremely fair to
James.
Anna Kasparian in that.
By the way, if I haven't already said it, please everyone go to twitch.tv/James from the internet, give him a follow back, and also go to the Illuminati's channel. She was here earlier. She's also super fucking based and friend of the show. We love
Mafia podcast. I don't understand Anna's reaction. However, Ole was out of line and tried to unfairly accuse you guys of coddling white women syndrome and try to pit you guys against one another. You fucking click on it, and it's a fucking account that like retweeted Rand Paul. It's like a crypto account.
Look at the link above. She's apparently liking Serf tweets. Oh God, Winston, what is this? Gasparian now seems to be liking a bunch of ambiguous Serf tweets. And Gasparian on behalf of the daughter. Oh, this is what basically this is almost looking at. On behalf of the daughter, I raised the billions of women on this planet. Please stay on your soapbox so you see the progressives here. The revolt against trans think. I'm sorry. No. David, Hasan, I love both of you. You're both fucking so hot. This is not right. If someone is liking a tweet that says trans think is growing, sure, this person can be trying to be an operative, trying to sow dissemination between left, but she's making that decision. Like, there are people who try to fuck with me all the time. You get used to it after a certain point. There's people who pop in my chat who I can realize after 2 or 3 at the Serfs TV in the fucking Twitch chat that they're trying to fuck with me. It's like you just get a flavor for that, and you're like, oh, okay, you're just trying to start shit, right? I get it. You're trying to start shit. That's why you're here. Okay, and so yeah, this person is trying to start shit. But if a person is trying to start shit, I don't go, yeah, you're right, you fucking shit disturber. Yeah, you may be a fucking shitty piece of shit, but you're right, god damn it. And you know what's more important? I actually take a stance right now on this fucking shitty opinion. If you're liking tweets by people who are ops, the ops part is not important. It's the fact that you're liking these tweets. You know? Just, if you want to call them out as ops who are trying to fucking troll the left, fine. But still, Anna, like, and the same thing, I have to be held accountable to the same standard as does every other content creator. If I'm a content creator on the internet, and all of a sudden I'm like, I like something, and then someone's like, Lance, the account you just liked was an operative. They're trying to, like, make the left fight itself. Oh, okay. Lance, why did you like it, by the way? What? Why did you like it? Why did you like the thing that says trans think is growing? Trans think is growing? Are you fucking kidding me? If I liked a tweet that says trans think is growing, fucking unironically, that's probably because I think trans think is growing. Like, we don't have to wear the baby gloves anymore, right? I'm already getting called out. I'm already fucking being put on blast for calling people fascists when I'm not. When I haven't done that once. So if someone is fucking saying that, yeah. If you're liking these tweets, maybe it says something about you. Like, if I liked a tweet that said trans think is growing, again, it's probably because I think that. In my heart of hearts, maybe I'm like, yeah, this shit's getting out of control. I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I get it. I get it. We should have trans liberation. Okay. Yeah. Totally on board. But some parts are confusing and hard. And so for the parts that are confusing and hard, I'm thinking for those, you gone too far. I'm serious. It's too much. Too much. There's a certain point, you know, I have a limit where I'm going to be like, yeah, but I don't understand this part. This part's tricky. This part's kind of hard. There's terms. I got other terms. What? Ooh, that's weird. The very idea of there being 2 sexes is actually ascientific. It is? Can you explain? What? Intersex people? 2% of the population. Wait, more intersex people than redheads. What? So calling it like a genetic anomaly is not fair at all. So our actual classification, our ability to know whether or not someone is a man or woman is actually, we've been doing that wrong for a very long time. Oh, yeah, I don't know. A lot of words, a lot of expressions, terms, ideas, a lot of the shit, it kind of seems hard. It's kind of weird. It's new information. I am but a cis man, you know. Some call me a walking prostate, and are you expecting a walking prostate to be able to process information, take in new ideas, understand these concepts, and then no, it's gone too far. Too far, I say. Too much. This is the trans thing. If you are liking a tweet that says trans think, two fucking capital letters, TM, trans think, I'm sorry, no, this has to be called out. Someone has to say, no, you don't do this unless you agree with it. And if you agree with it, it's fucking nonsense. It's transphobic fucking bullshittery. I'm sorry. you can't do this thing where it's like the transes have gone too far. The people asking for civil rights have gone too far. I think, you know, like it's hard now. It's tricky. It's a little more difficult. The difficulty setting is no longer on normal. You know, when it was on normal, it was nice. When it was on normal, it was great. You know, I was doing fucking fantastic. I was racking up numbers. Ooh yeah. When it was on normal, it was easy. Now it's gone to medium. It's at medium difficulty. And to be honest, it's a little bit more than I'm willing to accept. I'm kind of had to draw the line. Gotta say, you're getting kind of uppity. You pesky trans folk, you know, you're getting kind of uppity, and honestly, we're getting to the trans thing part. Brad Morris, look at all these angry men telling a woman not to worry about it. It isn't happening. You're wrong, etc. I mean, this one is less innocuous. I do not blame Anna at all for liking a tweet that on its surface appears to be someone who's endorsing your position and trying to reaffirm it in the form of, and reframe it as in these are sexists, and so while you feel you're being attacked, you're suddenly like, okay, well, yeah, this person has my back. But the fact this person's a massive transphobe, I mean, it's harder these days, what with the Elon Musk era, to know when you see a blue check mark whether or not they're a massive transphobe piece of shit. But like, apparently now she has a term with the term cis as well. It's very degrading to look at women as just a birthing machine. You have the freedom to be whatever you want to be. Your freedom ends when you violate the freedom of others who doesn't want to be called cis or birthing person liked. That's game over. Do I have that sound effect? Cis is used in chemistry. It's not a controversial term. A lot of medical terms derived from Latin are used. They're not controversial. Not controversial. No. Transphobes really don't want to do that. They're really upset about that. They're really pissed off. They're like, oh, cis is an insult. I'm not cis. You're fucking cis. Fuck you. No. These are descriptive terms. This is the utility of language. This is why we use language, to be able to differentiate between different things. And we're using it now. It's a miracle. It is. It truly is a miracle. The ability to communicate with other humans, to use language, and to suddenly be like, hey, by the way, based on the things that I'm saying, you're able to hear the words that come out of my mouth as they hear these sound effects, the different sounds. You are able to interpret them, and then you are able to process them, and then you're able to reflect upon what I've said, and then form an opinion on it. This is fucking miracle shit. This is the marvel of the human experience. This is so incredible. We're able to do this. Not just us, other animals as well. Dolphins communicate with each other. Dogs can communicate with each other. This is a beautiful, wondrous, splendid thing that animals are capable of doing. Amazing shit. That's why we do this. That's why we have language, you know? And if you are upset at being called cis, god damn, are you privileged? I'm sorry. Are you? How privileged is your life? How fucking cozy is your life? The idea of being called cis is a problem. Is an issue. Is a cause. I'm serious. How fucking bougie do you have to be where this is a cause? Cis? You gotta grow the fuck up. Yeah, absolutely. If you're upset by being called cis, I have another word for you, snowflake. Yeah, I like, seriously? It's like, if someone calls you man, are you upset? We're like, man, no, I'm more than a man. I'm a prostitute. We've come full circle.
That's like retweeting Rand Paul.
This
Here's a
sucks.
third example of an account trying to instigate chaos while playing both sides. This person blocked me. I assume they're just like some
I can't say it
brain
enough.
broken fucking
I
freak.
can't stress it enough. This
I found
sucks.
out because I looked at I wanted to see their account. They had blocked me already. Just curious, will you ever speak out against your bestie Anna Kasparian's unprovoked attack on M. Solorin? Just saying, you are supposed to have a spine to call out bigotry and anti-trans narratives. This is what I have to deal with all the time. This is my fucking name backwards, by the way. I deal with this every fucking day. It makes me go crazy. Twitter is full of brain broken people, and every day it's getting worse. Anna Kasparian shares a cis woman's perspective, a true progressive, not ready to hold back on honest, open conversations. But most of the reactions have been just derogatory, harassment, and assuming intent.
Yeah, it sucks. It all sucks.
Jobless motherfucker sit in the Discord. This is what I said. Jobless motherfucker sit in the Discord.
I interviewed him this year. He seems like a super awesome person. If you watch the video, not the card says moops. The one about how like radicalization and people being offended by new concepts is something that is not like, if you go to a party, if you're at a party and you hang out with a bunch of people, what are the people at the party? It's like, hey, by the way, do you want to drink? And you're like, I don't drink. And like, oh, okay. They're not criticizing you as a person. They're not trying to make a moral judgment on you. They're trying to say, hey, by the way, that's me personally. But you are taking it at that moment as an insult because you didn't know, or maybe you didn't know about that, or maybe you're not as good of a person because you don't actually live your life to the same degree or stature or whatever you want to call it, tier. So that's how a lot of these issues are taken by people when they feel like we have a natural defense. All of us do. This is something that can help us all in our everyday lives, like interacting with your partners, interacting with the people you love, your boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, non-binary sexual pleasure vessels, whatever you want to call people in your life. If you're communicating with other human beings on a regular basis, that's our natural default setting. And that's what all of us are going to be like. If someone's like, hey, I don't eat meat, they're not criticizing you in that moment. They're not saying, hey, you don't eat meat, you're a bad person, you're shit. It's like, you might not have known this, but I'm a vegetarian. And it's like, oh, by virtue of you being a vegetarian, that puts my own actions into question, right? And it shouldn't, because ultimately there's a lot of things that all of us do that we're all hypocrites on that are horrifying, that are absolutely horrifying. The fact that you've enjoyed Popeyes at one point in your life should not destroy you as a person when you realize how bad the fucking industry is, how bad the entire meat industry is. You're waiting, and I know you are if you're a lefty, you're waiting for lab-grown meat to basically get out there, and then I can enjoy Popeyes with no suffering, no animal suffering, but deep down, you're not a vile human being for doing that. You aren't. And no one is. We've all enjoyed a fucking Popeyes or two. I know I'm fucking hardcore addicted to fried chicken. I like, and Popeyes it's unreal fast food. Okay, but it's fucked. It's really bad. It's bad how it's made. It's bad how the chickens are raised. It's bad how they have to have their own beaks removed so they won't kill themselves. That's really sad. That's really fucked up. And I know this. I'm self-aware. I do know that the chickens try to kill themselves, so they put them on fucking antidepressants. And I know that. And it's really, really gross, and I disagree. I don't think people should do that. I don't think people should do that to chickens. I think it's cruel. I think it's inhumane, and I agree with you. We should end factory farming the way it is. But if you have enjoyed Popeyes, as someone in the chat is saying right now, you're enjoying Popeyes right now, you are not fundamentally, inherently, in your heart of hearts, a terrible, evil, soulless human being. You aren't. You are still lovable. You are worthy of love. I say this as someone who has eaten Popeyes in the past and fucking loved it. Loved it. Oh man, it was just delicious. I wish I had Popeyes right now. Talking so much about Popeyes, this is getting ridiculous because it's actually like activating dopamine receptors in my brain where I'm like, I want that Popeyes right now. Oh god, that salty, delicious chicken. But that doesn't make you a bad person. And if someone tells you, by the way, it's weird for you to start a fucking fight on the internet with the rest of the left over the fact that people are calling you birthing person, and a bunch of people who love you are like, hey, we love you. We love you. We love you. We have been on your shows. We think that you are not transphobes for the most part, but you're doing transphobic shit. Like, you're helping transphobes. People who are transphobic, people who are trying to do fucked up shit towards trans people, you're helping them. We know this because they're retweeting you. Ben Shapiro is retweeting you. Matt Walsh is retweeting you. These are the worst of the worst. These are people who don't want trans people to exist. These are people who are trying to remove trans people from the face of the fucking earth. So if they're retweeting you, that's bad. That's really fucking bad. And this take and this arc and this fight with all the rest of the left, it's bad. It's bad on all of us because, yeah, The transphobes fucking win. The transphobes are getting the fucking W here. We're all taking the L's. You can be like, oh, well, your numbers are going up. People are fucking clicking on you. More people are watching you now when you talk about the trauma lands, blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, in terms of what I want to have happen in the world, this is a big L. All of this is an L. All of this fucking sucks. That's, I like, there's no better way to explain it. This fucking sucks. It all fucking sucks. Every part of it.
This shit up. I wish I was kidding. They do this kind of stoking of the discourse fires with me regularly. The problem is I see real people fall for it in our spaces, and it's so infuriating. So it doesn't matter, though, because they do it. Here's the point. They do it when there's something real happening, and they do it when there's something that isn't real, which they end up ultimately turning into a real.
Holy shit. What? Okay, breaking. Since we're talking about the fucking leftist himbo of the internet, Hasan was one of the biggest donators to the world of the Amazon Labor Union. Financial disclosures filed this week by the ALU show that the union raised more than $850,000 last year, more than half of it from 3 donors: the American Federation of Teachers, the International Commission of Labor Rights, and the leftist Twitch streamer Hasan Piker. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. So based. So based. Oh, man.
Clean up your room.
Yeah. I feel, in a large part, this is a huge vindication of every single person who's always just like, but Hasan, he's a champagne socialist. Fucking champagne socialist Hasan. I hate him so much. He has a car and a house. And he fucks porn stars. Why does he fuck porn stars? And why is he so sexy? I hate that Hasan. He's the worst. That's base as fuck.
Piece of drama. Okay? That's it.
Out. Based.
Blocked by your own stalker? Yes, I am blocked by my stalker. But this is just one of thousands of accounts out there that do the same shit, to me in particular. Now, my point is this. How are you supposed to parse through this? How are you supposed to have real discourse? This is a very serious problem. This is a serious problem in movement building. This is a serious problem when the only way to do movement building is online. This is just a serious problem in general with anonymity online. And unfortunately, Twitter is very bad for this, okay? Twitter is very, very, very bad for this. What should happen in this circumstance is bringing both sides together, okay, and having it be mediated by a third party. Oftentimes parse through these discussions in private, okay? I went through this. The reason why I'm trending with even more fucking tweets than Jank, even though it's like Jank and Anna that are in the crosshairs right now, is because I go through this on a daily basis. No, not a debate. No, a private conversation that people should be having, and then a public one that follows suit, okay, that follows immediately after. Because you want to know why? Because I went through this already. I went through this with Jax, okay, who is a prolific troll, but also, as far as I understand, a massive TikTok content creator who I basically agree on like 99.9% of issues on, okay? She pulled an old-ass tweet where I compared, you guys know, she pulled an old-ass tweet where I compared Amber Heard's outfit to Mao, very light in the grand sea of hatred that was flowing in either direction at the time. And that was from like a year and a half ago. She brought it up, and she was trolling, okay? And then I came after her, or rather, I just said Lamau. She responded aggressively over and over again, saying like, I'm going to find you, whatever. She was still trolling. It's just how people speak on Twitter. Remember, this is someone who I agree with, okay? That's someone who I agree with.
Hasan is my favorite 9/11 enthusiast. Leave him alone.
That's someone who I
weirdos.
fucking agree with.
Thanks, Heatwood. I appreciate all the subs.
And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because that discourse basically turned into something that was super fucking overblown. It was super fucking overblown because I have haters from all different walks of life, from all different parts of the internet that latched onto it and immediately just fucking jumped on the opportunity. Okay? The issue isn't those people, though. The issue is there were plenty of people who were agreeing with her that were not trolling. That's the issue. She might have been trolling. Okay? But there were plenty of people who were not. Now, that's basically what happens all the time on the internet. Okay?
Well,
That's just how the internet works. Okay? That's literally just how it works. That's how it pops off. That's how it works. She even basically fucking turned around and admitted like that I gagged her, I guess, with the hairline joke later. Like in the midst of that, and even her community after we patched things up, were, you know, joking about it. Gag, like as in, right. This is such a weird fucking conversation to have with like my audience, because they don't just like really understand. You can't even have your friends poke fun at you in jest without your haters taking it as a serious opportunity to attack you. It's nuts. Exactly. Anyway. How is this one of the gayest communities online, and yet you motherfuckers don't know what gag means? Why am I bringing this fucking thing back up? The reason why I'm bringing it up is because... guess what? While a lot of the fucking haters...
That's funny.
Jumped on board as an opportunity to make this a much larger issue than it was.
We've looped.
Because we had mutual friends
and I liked Jimmy Dore's
who we
tweet.
both respect.
No.
People like Winston. Sean, for example, Sean the Black in this community, and others. And because I saw, and here I'll give them props too. 1 second.
Wait, sorry, that's not Jimmy Dore. You mean a Jimmy Dore fan? Lol, despite TYT from the left, but what Anna said wasn't even transphobic. Just like BLM was co-opted by the Dem Party and black people got nothing. Trans issues have been completely co-opted. No nuanced debate, just virtue signaling. The left always falls for this shit. Wow.
Let me see if I can find it. The first moment for me to like pause and take a deep breath and recognize that like
yeah, so people were asking why Olimey wasn't added to the original meme. And fair dues, I didn't make the original, but I've added her. So now we got Olimey in the original meme.
Why do I think personally that like they doubled down, triple down, quintuple down? Why do I think that they did that? You know, in this regard.
Illuminati. No, that's not okay. Say the N-word wasn't okay 10 years ago. People knew that then. People failed ignorance, but excuse it. There's none. Yeah, you know, you're totally right. You're totally right. And Olimey was telling us the same thing in our DMs and shit. Like, black people were not okay with the N-word being used by white people 10 years ago. That's not a thing. It's not like, well, yeah, maybe there was a different culture in which white people were willing to call other white people out, and to the degree to which they would do that, that's probably different. Like, but it was never like, oh yeah, it was a lot cooler back then. Just a different time, different time. You know, it was way norm, like it was normalized. You know, just no. Maybe we're more conscious of now, we being white people. Maybe we're more like aware of it now because we're fucking finally listening. Because we're finally like, oh yeah, we shouldn't do that. That sucks. Okay, we're gonna stop doing that. It's not a big ask. Not a big ask. I mean, we're not really being like, hey, can you actually improve the material conditions of black people? Just stop being dicks. Don't say things out loud, especially if you're a public figure, that dehumanize us. I think that's kind of like not a huge ask, not a massive one, you know, not a massive one to do, not a massive one to recommend. Like, not even like, I'm not even virtue signaling right now. It's just like, this seems kind of bare minimum at this point. It's kind of like, yeah, okay, fine. It is a different time, you know. Now, a little more uncouth to say the N-word as a white person, you know. You can't really use it in the same way you used to use in the past, all that kind of stuff. Jovial it was. Yeah, all that stuff. No. Bare minimum. Like, it's so low on the tier. Like, hey, when people are like, can you as a cis person use pronouns the same way you've had to use them your whole life? Yes I can. Hey, can you as a white person just not use the N-word at all? I know it's gonna be hard because a lot of your favorite hip-hop artists, a lot of people you love, a lot of people you respect, a lot of people you're like, you're really cool and you're influenced by. I know a lot of you white folk are gonna want to be like, well, but Jay-Z is doing it. I love Jay-Z. You know, 99 problems, but the N-word ain't one. Well, yeah, I know it's kind of weird. No, but this is a very little ask. It's a teeny one, really, really small one. Just, you don't get to do that. Let's just say that. We're going to play by some rules, okay? You don't get to do that. That can be used by members of the community. You can laugh alongside of it. You can be like, you know, that's crazy that you call that person that word, but you don't get to do that. And then it's like, not a big ask. Not one in which really, when I think about it as a white person, with all the things I got to deal with, all the stress I got in my life, all the problems I got, this ain't one. This one's pretty easy. Like, yeah, all right, fair dues. Will not use. I get it.
Because like this.
And by the way, the same fucking groups that would say that shit are the same groups that are like, if you have said the wrong word or the naughty word in the past, you are destroyed for all. No, those same people would be like, hey, could you acknowledge why this is wrong? Yes. Can you make a statement about why this was wrong and why you want to do it in the future? Yes. Would you try to undo the fucking problems that come with this? Yes. Okay, cool. Because I too have fucked up in the past. I too have said terrible things. I too have said things I deeply regret. I'm a fucking F-slur, and I used to fucking call people F-slurs. I used to call them F-slurs vindictively all the fucking time, and I'm a fucking fucking sucking F-slur. You know? That's pretty wild. That's you know? And I am deeply regretful of that. I wish I hadn't done that. It was the time. It was the way we used to talk to each other in high school, you know. If you were ever so slightly different, then you were called bad, gay, F-slur, you name it. But the fact that you used to do that in the past and you've changed, this is good. These are good things. Hell yeah.
Directly contradicts Anna's sentiment being expressed here, and there's not that much time difference between then and now when she's tweeting this shit. Okay.
No, there's not.
You want to know why? Because I think
I said that's gay so much in high school.
They just have no way of parsing through like legitimate criticism. They also have the I hate the left mentality that I have because like that shit happens all the fucking time. It happened during the Hogwarts saga, right? Where I was actually on the right side, even though I think that they're on the wrong side for the record.
Wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
And
you were on the wrong side.
And it is so depressing to
you were on the wrong side, but you did the right thing. That's the truth. That's the truth. You were on the wrong side, but you did the right thing. And holy fuck, that means so much. That means so much, honestly. To people who are inside the LGBTQ plus community, to see people who are not in the LGBTQ, you know, to see them listen, and to be like, I don't agree with you, but fuck it. I'm not going to do the thing you think is going to be bad or damaging. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Constantly feel like the left has their knives out against you. They also, I think, personally believe that they were at the forefront of progressive commentary online, and now you know, you got all these like baby leftists coming out of the gates and critiquing them, and they can't fucking see that as like
okay, to be fair, we're not baby lefties. We're smaller ones. Sure. We are smaller. We're teenier. But goddamn, Rational National, David Dole, they've been in the game for a very long time. Olayemi's pretty green, but she's fucking coming to the scene as a fucking like a nuclear bomb of hilarity. Just like, oh god, so many based opinions, so many based facts. People have said that like the Illuminati has made a pivot to the left in the last while. Everyone makes pivots, not even pivots, but everyone makes, like, hopefully you all grow. Hopefully you have growth. Hopefully you have a journey, and along your journey, things are getting, like, to see the Illuminati. Have you seen the recent video by the Illuminati on fucking Reagan? It is fire. It like, oh man, that's a good video. And that's a video, like, you get to the start and the finish of that video, and you're like, damn, Illuminati, she's radicalized. She gets it. She knows. And like that happens to people who ingest more information, like just along a pathway. Like myself, same thing, the exact same thing. You should see the one from today. Oh, what did you drop today, Illuminati? So
valid criticism ever. They have an inability to filter that as like valid criticism. The moment that people that are close to them, that work with them,
skip the next 20 minutes.
Actually reached out to them. They should have been like, oh yeah, this is about something that like is literally relegated to the halls of academia and like medical context as though it's something that people are dropping left and right. That was her original take on the matter, and she is absolutely fucking correct. Does that make sense? Do you understand? So
the woke mind virus.
Time once again.
What does this mean to you, Jen?
I just saw the fucking thumbnail. I still haven't watched your Mr. Beast video. I didn't even know what you did about Mr. Beast.
It's so fucking sad to see.
Just say
but that's a great thumbnail.
Okay. I love you.
The woke mind virus, what the right is really doing.
I see too much of myself in this picture, and it pisses me off.
Okay, we've been doing fucking jank TYT drama for like almost 3 hours now. I think we should take an Illuminati fucking detour. At a certain point, you know, is there anything else? You said everyone's like, Lance, you have to see his reaction to his impersonation of you.
I see myself in this picture.
I'll react to that.
Okay, if you want to leave, that's okay. Okay. Thank you for being a member all this time. I appreciate it. And
okay, this is it.
What you're,
okay,
in my opinion, what your misunderstanding is, and what you have maybe
yes,
you didn't
I beg
see.
you. Okay.
So
sorry, Roller Dragon. By the way, Roller Dragon, a lot of love should go your way because Roller Dragon is someone who's been a Serfs mod, but is also a TYT mod, and has also had to deal with like so much of the inner drama, and has obviously been on the right side of all of these issues. But much like myself and Emma and everyone else who's in like two worlds and being fucking split apart, had to deal with that aspect of this all being deeply sad and just being like, this sucks. It just like honestly, when people are like, Lance, how do you feel about all this? This sucks. This sucks. It sucks. It just sucks. It sucks to see. You hate to see it, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And obviously, like I think it's so beautiful the amount of solidarity that so many people have had. Like the outpouring of DMs I got from so many people, the outpouring of DMs that so many people have like sent me and been like, Lance, are you okay about all this? Like, yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. It just sucks. It sucks. Again, it's wrestling. It's wrestling, and I wish I was informed.
Waffle starts with a simple tweet. And then
government response to the
at least half a dozen videos from other progressives or leftists online, all attacking us and calling us all sorts of names. So maybe you don't see that, so you think like, well, what is Cenk so upset about, right? So they call us all these names and they feel super proud about it, like, we are more pure. So then I fight back on Twitter, and then all of a sudden they're like, how could you insult us? We were just, all we were doing was punching you in the face. No, that's a right-wing position. You punch, then you got to expect that I'm going to counter, right? I don't mean you kid tested.
I like this. I don't like this.
Okay, one sec. Okay, so shit has expanded. We have new things, new characters have entered. Wait, a Pac-Man appears. What did Pac-Man say about all this? I've actually heard nothing from Pac-Man. Let me go to David Pac-Man's channel. Pac-Man? What say you, Pac-Man? Do you see some of the TYT talent jumping ship in the near future? I have no idea what TYT talent is going to do, but I will say this, again, so much TYT talent reached out to me and were like so confused. Genuinely just like so nice. April 11th, April 10, folks. I've been away, not paying attention to the news. What about this bogus culture war issue? They're melting about that now. Who's most regular media knowledge? Clarence Thomas Fiasco in London. Okay, wait, I haven't seen anything but Pac-Man. Pac-Man? All right, you should have put Pac-Man in like the David Dole. Sorry, not the David Dole. Maybe like the Sam category of like, wait, what happened?
I'm in this picture and I don't like it. This is me.
Trans people, please consider using inclusive language. Chang, you're punching me in the face. I must fight back.
I'm suing myself, and I fucking hate this. Stop. I don't want to watch it.
I mean, for folks who are out there, here, I'll name a name.
Right? It
Lance
sucks.
From the
It just
Serfs.
sucks.
He's on here all the time on the power panel, right? And he comes out and does this like video about how he's so correct and, oh yeah, the Young Turks, correct? No, Lance, you're not goddamn correct. Nobody elected you. The polling shows no one agrees.
Yeah, they think that they're not getting the respect that they believe.
Ooh, I gotta look at these. Bro.
If they deserve.
Lance is maybe the nicest person. Yes, Lance is actually correct. God damn. Oh, I love you. I love you. Hasanabi chat. God damn. I love you. Ooh. You give me joy.
Deserve
That's so pressed. He's correct though.
That they
I'm losing my fucking mind. Jesus, take the L. The young serfs, the young Terps. He even did a voice like, oh, this is nice. This feels like therapy. I'll be honest with you. You know, some people pay a lot of money for therapy. This one's free. I'm getting a free session right now. Getting just so much validation. Just in fucking rapid fire. It's just honestly, my mental health. It's just leveling up. It's like
earned from
cringe. Serfs versus Terps. Oh hell yeah! I'm sending this to Limey right now.
many years of doing many years of doing this. TYT was called out 11 months ago over the same shit.
Of Anna and I talking about this issue, and then we'll discuss. Let's watch.
I'm speculating that she doesn't want to say mother.
Oh, there's so much shit. Holy fuck! I gotta catch up on some of this. But you know how sometimes like Limey loves coming over to my show and being like, hey, the Serf chat is so friendly to me. This is kind of like the same thing for me right now. Being like, oh damn, this is so nice to see. His ego is wild. This is giving me Bill Maher energy. Embrace me, nephew. Uncle.
They deserve that they.
Do you think you could use what you know from your relationship together as peers to try and surmise her end goal with your take? The young serfs, Jesus, take the L.
Earned from many years of doing.
We're just punching back by being transphobic. Right? You're punching back by being transphobic? Yeah, we gotta get after those elites, those pesky trans activists who are pretty uniform in their messaging right now, all being like, this ain't it. Stop. Please stop. Why? Why are you doing this? For what?
Many years
For who?
Of doing this. TYT was called out 11 months ago over the same shit.
Oh, it's just
Of Anna and I talking about this issue, and then we'll discuss. Let's watch.
I'm speculating that.
Imagine trying to cyberbully Lance. I am fine. I am not cyberbullied. Honestly, no. I honestly right now, as of this, I've never felt more valid. Everything is just like seeing all these people be like, yeah, no. Everyone I think is in the same page right now. I've heard the same thing from other people. Like, by the way, so cute of all of you to care about me, but what about Olayemi? Olayemi got the fucking worst of this. Olayemi's been in the crosshairs of all of this. Olayemi was the one who was targeted above all. Like, the rest of us, in that clip, when you watch that fucking clip, I'm losing my shit. I'm laughing hysterically because, yeah, Olayemi is so fucking funny. She breaks me. I'm fully just this is so true. White woman coddling hour. Oh my God. I gotta be diplomatic, but I know I couldn't. I break, and I break hard, and that's what you see in that clip. And then Matt Binder fully goes as hard, if not harder. If not harder, Matt Binder is just straight up like, why would you do this? Why are you doing this? You know? And why did Matt Binder catch the fucking stray? Why did Matt Binder be in the crosshairs? Why didn't I? I didn't get shit from any of them until I defended Olayemi. That's the reality of this. And obviously, you know, of course, ride or die, I'm gonna defend any member of the leftist mafia on this shit if I agree with your takes, of course. And yeah, everyone from the Illuminati to fucking Mike to David to every single person who has been nonstop tweeting about this, retweeting about this, everyone has been on the fucking other side of this issue and standing up for Olayemi. Olayemi, who has been the target. But why Olayemi? And why did I not get the fucking impersonation or the hate until I was like, no, this is not right. No, you don't get to do this. Wrong. You are wrong. She is right. Olayemi is right. Olayemi is fucking right. She is on point. Not only is she right, she was fucking spitting bars. I'm sorry. That's the reality of the situation. But then as soon as you say that, it's like, oh shit, now you're in the crosshairs, you know? Illuminati, I'm curious why the one intelligent, well-spoken black woman was the one targeted.
she doesn't want to say mothers because mothers is gendered, and she's worried about offending birthing people. Like birthing people, really? Come on. For me, it's not even like, oh, I don't want to be in.
See, it's not a right wing. It's not like a grift. It's just like a genuinely held opinion. You know what I mean? Leaning into culture wars from the right wing perspective is always stupid.
Yes.
It's like making a big deal about me joking about Latinx being deployed. You know what I mean? I regularly talk about it. I don't say Latinx. I don't, because I'm a white guy. I don't want to come across like I'm super fucking out of touch. Let's be real. Okay?
I love, by the way, because if we're being totally real, Turkish people, especially Turkish people with, like, you know, the impressive, like, numbers of melanin and shit, they wouldn't have been seen as white at different points, because whiteness, what is white, is an arbitrary shit thing that changes over time. Who is or who is not white? At one point, Italians weren't white. At one point, the Irish weren't white. And to be totally honest, if I had to sit down and there was a machine that was like I don't know, a whiteness detector, Aryan quantifier, whatever you want to call, and it like plugs into you and it's like blah blah blah, let's check your DNA and find out how white you are. Yeah, I would fail it. I'm way too fucking native to pass the fucking blood quantum machine. So that's not gonna happen. But I'm white as fuck. God damn. Like, I've never not been treated white my entire life. That's the thing that, like, I try to teach people, so they wrap their heads around this weird ass concept, so they fucking finally try and understand what the idea of whiteness and what being white is, and what like treating people differently for their non-whiteness is in society, and why that's wrong, and why that's weird and fucked. So yeah, it's so refreshing to hear so many different other people too, because yeah, Hasan at a certain point or another probably would not have been considered white. There's a lot of people who probably hate Hasan, who are like, oh, I'm gonna say some racist ass shit, you know, San N-word, Turkish N-word, stuff like that. A lot of racism going towards his way, his way, based on that. Yes, 100% true, happens, and is a part of just the human experience. But so many people now are finally like talking about this issue in the right, proper way. Like, this is the way you're supposed to talk about it. If you are treated white by society, as I am, then you're white. And that's the problem. That's the problem. You shouldn't be treated differently by society based on your whiteness, even if you're not white. Even if you're white passing, you know? I'm technically white passing. So was Hasan, white passing people. But yeah, no, we're white. We're white. We're 100% white. This is we're the whitest white. I'm translucent. God damn.
If I'm talking about issues that pertain to Latino people, okay, Latiners, I just, you know, I'm not gonna fucking say Latinx, because everyone would look at me and go, you're ridiculous. You're a ridiculous person, right?
Is that New York documentary that mentions women hundreds of times, birthing people like 3 times? I don't know. I don't know if that, like, I don't know the origin story of why people genuinely think this is a real problem, but it's not. Like, everyone from every different corner of the internet who cares about this stuff is screaming. We're screaming at the top of our lungs. It's not. It's not a real thing. Not the thing we should be concentrating on or talking about or fighting our friends for. Or fighting people we love. We shouldn't be fighting people we love over this non-issue. And that's why this sucks. It sucks. This fucking sucks. It just sucks. Lost, SIOUX, says, I'm native but light skin, and in truth, light skin has nothing to do with your DNA or race. It doesn't. It doesn't. You are more than your melanin, my friends. We are more than our prostates. We are more than our gonads. We are more than our ovaries. We are more than our wombs. We are more than all these things. We are more than our melanin. We are more than this. We are better than this.
Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback, because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Juste, we shall spend many a generations building mighty cathedrals in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Piker, we are but your oafish jesters, here to offer you a laugh at any opportunity. To our brave knights of the Round Table, Rachel K., Izzy Solidarity, Victoria Bell, Sebastian Demel, Mark Harmon, Benji Arnie, Scary Earth Human, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Everything Important, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Doug Cady, Daniel Sutton, Jenna Tao, Dark Puppy, Quiet One 85, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevbot EXE, Brian Ephraim, Anthropophojack, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Ralph Parler, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Todd Buckingham, and Todd La Jeunesse. We salute our valiant heroes off to fight injustice everywhere.